Nebraska Public Media Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from Memorial Stadium for the 2021 NSAA High School Football Championships. The third game of the day is in Class B, and it's a battle of the top-seeded Bennington Badgers at 12-0 and the number 2 seed Huskies of Aurora. And hello again, everyone. I'm Larry Putney. Great to have you back here at Memorial Stadium, along with Damon Benning, former Nebraska standout. Well, this is our third game of the day. 2 previous already. We've crowned 2 champions in Class D1 and Class D2. Earlier this morning at 10 a.m., we crowned our first champion, and it was Howells Dodge knocking off Cross County 42-12. Kennesaw in Class D2 has won a state championship. This is the third of the day. We have 3 more coming up tomorrow, concluded tomorrow night in Class A with Gretna and Westside. But let's start with this game, and we've got a couple of outstanding running backs, David, including one who has a chance to set a state record in Dylan Mostick.
Yeah, he's the real deal. I've seen him live a few times, and he's a little bigger, a little faster than you think until you stand next to him. He's got tremendous vision and a whole lot of 1-2. He's got a ton of carries under his belt, and he's got a lot left in the tank as he gets a chance to play for a state championship.
Carlos Collazo coming off a year in which he was injured, but he's rebounded well, 1,700-plus yards.
Yeah, one of many two-sport athletes for this Aurora bunch. Good basketball player, obviously a good football player. He's got good change of direction, fantastic hands. They'll find multiple ways to get the deuce loose tonight if the Huskies are going to have a chance to win.
That should be a good ground battle between those two. The third member of our crew down in the field. Let's go down to Sean Callahan.
Well, guys, this is a rematch from the regular season. These two teams met earlier with Bennington taking care of Aurora. But the other intriguing angle of this matchup is it's really big school versus small school. Bennington is a school that will be up in Class A within a couple of years in all sports. At least that's what's expected. And Aurora, on the other hand, is on the verge of falling back down to C1. So you really have, in terms of enrollment numbers, one of the bigger schools in Class B versus one of the small schools right now in Aurora.
Thank you very much, Sean. Here's a look at the Bennington Badgers schedule. You go all the way back to week number 2 for Bennington, and you see it was a rematch, or this will be a rematch from that game, Aurora and Bennington. Aurora winning at 55-44. In fact, the last 2 times these two teams have played, it's been won by the Bennington Badgers. Just one of the dominant teams in Class B right now. They come in at 12-0 overall. As for Aurora, it was a rough start to the season for the Huskies, losing to Class A North Platte and then getting knocked off by Bennington. But it's been a terrific stretch over the last 10 weeks. They've knocked off Scott Catholic in the semifinals, 21-17. That's a big win and a statement win for Aurora.
Yeah, 2 teams with championship pedigree, and Aurora getting over the hump. We saw this from them last year, too. Drop a couple early. They scheduled tough intentionally. They played a Class A team in North Platte who made their playoff run in Class A, and then the very tough Bennington Badgers. So I think Coach Peterson has a good idea of where this football team is, and this is what they do. They progressively get better as the season wears on.
Top receiver in Class B, top runner in Class B as well. But Aurora's been here before, right? This is their 3rd trip into the finals in the last 4 years. One of those was in Class C1, which they're likely headed back to in the future just because of enrollment issues, as Sean has told you. But they won it back in 2019 in C1. They were runner-up in 2020 in Class B, and so it's another rematch here of a previous game earlier this year between Bennington and Aurora.
The interesting thing about that, Larry, will this be it's the second game where we have a rematch? Who learned the most, right? Is it Aurora coming from behind and keeping that one tough, or is it Bennington kind of figuring out who Aurora wants to be?
Well, Kyle Peterson was very clear earlier this week and said, we have learned a lot. We've gotten significantly better. We know what the physical matchup is like. We know what the Bennington offensive line is going to bring us, and felt like they were ready for this rematch here in the Class B state championship. Great crowd on hand here tonight at Tom Osborne Field, Memorial Stadium, between Bennington and Aurora for the Class B title. I want to remind you, if you have friends and family across the state, the country, or even the world, they can watch the NSAA High School Championships on Nebraska Public Media Sports. Just download the free app at nebraskapublicmedia.org/apps. They can watch this game live anywhere in the world. Streaming is also supported through Apple TV and Chromecast as well. Time now to introduce you to the two teams, and for that we go to Rich Broderson.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Memorial Stadium and the 2021 Nebraska School Activities Association Football Championship Finals. For tonight's contest in Class B between the Bennington Badgers and the Aurora Huskies. The NSAA is proud to recognize our premier corporate partners for their outstanding support of NSAA activities: U.S. Bank, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association, Lincoln Orthopedic Center, and the Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the teams and the coach. First, for the Bennington Badgers. Number 1, Caden Bloom. Number 2, Isaac Connor. Number 3, Seth Whipham. Number 4, Mitchell Anderson. Number 10, Connor Brecht. Number 13, Trey Bird. Number 15, Owen Douglas. Number 17, Austin Holtz. Number 19, Trevor Hazy. Number 20, Nicholas Colbert. Number 22, Luke McDonald. Number 24, Dylan Mostick. Number 44, Austin Huffs. Number 46, Jackson Andrews. Number 55, Nathan Schaefer. Number 60, Ethan Wynn. Number 61, Cody Harris. Number 64, Connor Lurch. Number 65, Jamison Kranetsky. Number 66, Devalier Curry. Number 70, Jacob Steyer. Number 76, Weston Heineman. And the head coach for Bennington, Cam Linhart. And the rest of the Badgers.
Badgers ready to go here in the Class B title game. One of the top teams in Class B. They come in undefeated, 12-0 on the year, looking for that school's first title since 1989. They are 12-0 on the year. They have some dynamic talent, starting at the quarterback with Trey Bird, who you see there, 482 total yards per game. Defensively, they allow just 276 and 16 a game. That defense has really improved. And here's the guy, Dylan Mostick, 239 per game. Let's go back to Rich for the introduction of the Huskies from Aurora.
And now, please welcome the Aurora Huskies. Number 1, Carson Stair. Number 2, Carlos Colonzo. Number 4, Mac Owens. Number 5, Tate Noctegal. Number 11, Drew Knust. Number 14, Bryce Barger. Number 31, Britton Kemling. Number 50, Jack Allen. Number 54, Kellen Peterson. Number 55, Brecken Papanow. Number 64, Garrett Bellis. Number 66, Aaron Jeviden. Number 74, Gage Griffith. Number 82, Alex Peters. Number 83, Hayden Carlson. Number 86, Preston Raymakers. Number 87, Wade Olson. The head coach for Aurora, Kyle Peterson. And the rest of the Huskies.
Here come the Huskies, 10-2 on the season, led by seventh-year head coach Kyle Peterson. 21 total years at Aurora. He's got an outstanding team that's been playing very well as of late. Lost their first 2 games of the year to North Platte and to this Bennington team, but they've rattled off 10 in a row. 390 total yards of offense, 37 points per game. Defensively allowing 20 points and 224 on the ground. And here's their guy, Carlos Collazo, who's coming off an injury season last year. Rushed for 1749. Aurora, just out I-80 from Lincoln, Bennington north of Omaha. They meet here midway in Lincoln for the title. Bennington with wins over Waverly in round 1 and Elkhorn High in the second, and then Aurora knocked off Scottsbluff in the big win over the perennial power Scott Catholic Skyhawks. Let's go back to Rich Broderson for our national anthem.
Schools, welcome to the 2021 NSAA State Football Championship Finals. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please rise and remove your hats to honor America as the Columbus High School Octet, directed by Jacob Ritter, sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Columbus High Octet under the direction of Jacob Ritter with our national anthem. Class B championship on the line here tonight from Tom Osborne Field Memorial Stadium. The Badgers and the Huskies coming up next.
All right, it's time to talk about us. Not him, not her, not them. Us. Thanks to us, things have been great. In fact, you can find us just about everywhere. Your food, that's us. Your food's food, that's us too. Your fuel, that's us. And should anyone out there happen to doubt us, by all means, just watch us.
Opportunities. They're found here, and here, and here. They inspire her, motivate him, prepare them. And when those opportunities start here, they can take you anywhere. Wayne State College, where opportunities today prepare you to lead tomorrow. Explore WayneStateCollege.com.
Sometimes you just have to be a little stronger, go a little farther, be a little tougher. This past year was a test to see if we could step up and weather the storm together. We are committed to push a little harder, go a little farther, lean into the challenge, and be tougher, together. Aurora and you.
There is a place that gives you the freedom to find your frontier, a place to explore and surpass boundaries, a place where you can be yourself and discover your potential, a place where ideas are as open as the land surrounding you, a place where you can rise above to see the possibilities in what lies ahead. Chadron State College. Follow your frontier. Start your journey at csc.edu.
You will hear no complaints about the weather. 43 degrees, clear skies, and just that slight breeze at about 5 miles an hour. Terrific night for a state championship game. Here's a look at your officiating crew. The referee, Dan Benzinger. Gary Arnold is the umpire. Doug Wyatt. Makovica is the line judge. Back judge is Chris Spady. And our red hat, who controls the time, is Rick Stromer. Aurora won the toss. Aurora has elected to defer, and so Bennington has decided to take the ball. Back deep for Bennington is Mitch Anderson. To kick it deep is Alex Peters. Line drive kick by Peters will be taken by the up man at about the 15. The 25, now the 30, still on his feet, out past the 30-yard line to about the 33, 4 and 5. Nice return by the Badgers. Good field position to start things off. Here's a look at that Bennington Badger offense led by quarterback Trey Bird. Bird, a 6'1 junior, has rushed for 266, but thrown for better than 2,000 on the year. 2081. Behind him, Dylan Mostek. Mostek could make history here tonight. 130-some yards shy of the all-time rushing record, and there is, right up the middle, Dylan Mostek. And there are the impact players tonight, not only Bird, but his top target, Caden Bloom.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how Kimling kind of handles the pressure at that safety spot. In this QB run game out of the zone read, your safeties are pretty important. Kimling's going to have to get busy early and probably often.
Mastic again up the middle, spins out of one tackle, leans forward out near a first down. They're going to mark it about a half-yard short. Third down upcoming.
You'll see a lot of good in-line offensive line play. You see a puller influencing, going away from the traffic. They'll have a cue keeper off of that. You'll see two pullers going to where Mostek hit the hole. It's a very well-coached offensive line for Bennington.
Little mesh, Mostek takes it at the line. He's stacked up. Penetration there by the linebacker, Mac Owens, who's headed to South Dakota. Senior 6'3". And he's going to be just shy at a decision early on here for Bennington.
Yeah, Mac Owens going to have to be big tonight, especially at the point of attack. He's had the luxury, as has the bulk of this Aurora team, in tackling Mostek before, so the mystique isn't there, but the Mostek still is.
Fourth down and short, they'll go for it. Got it, first down, out to the left, there goes Dylan Mostek, and Mostek down the sideline, and Mostek in there for a touchdown.
That is exactly who he is in just one carry. We'll watch him break the initial tackle. And if you don't get him, there's Kimling right there, right? Got a chance, a free defender. He doesn't make the play. He's out the back gate. That 24, that's 2 + 4 = 6. Give him all of those for Dylan Mostek.
Extra point is up, and it is good, and Mostek with the touchdown run. Dylan Mostek gives him a 7-0 lead. Mostek leading the way here early for Bennington.
Nebraska Strong Recovery Project has been supporting Nebraskans impacted by COVID-19, from educators and essential workers to farmers and factory workers. If you or someone you know need crisis counseling, help is available from the Rural Response Hotline, 800-464-0258, or the Nebraska Family Helpline, 888-866-8660. Together, we are Nebraska Strong. Support provided by University of Nebraska Public Policy Center through a crisis counseling program grant.
This is a growing corn plant. It's not battery-powered. It doesn't have a 300-mile range, but it's vital in our fight against climate change. Reducing 46% of carbon emissions and producing clean-burning ethanol. Corn ethanol is the climate solution we need now.
Good start for the crew of head coach Cam Leonard in his second season. 21-3 and a 57-yard touchdown run for Mostek leads the way for Bennington. They're off to the quick start.
Yeah, it's just, you know, Mostek just keeps coming at you and coming at you and coming at you. You get the quality play from Bird. You're going to get their receptions from Bloom. It is a very complete offense, especially behind a very talented and seasoned offensive line for Bennington.
So the short kick will take one hop, taken by Carlos Collazo, and Collazo is stacked up before he hits the 20-yard line. He'll get it back out to about the 18, and that's where Aurora will take over. Here are the impact players for the Aurora Huskies.
Yeah, with Newst, he's going to have to be big tonight. They're going to have to find a way to make a few plays via the air, and if he's going to, then Stair's going to be his guy. Got almost 700 yards on the season.
Yeah, given the backfield, and not much running room for Collazo. Good stop up front by Jacob Steyer. Steyer committed to Wayne State. Steyer is 6'2", 270.
Yeah, he is a really good interior lineman.
There is Drew Newst, 5'10" junior, 58% completion percentage, 1,300 yards through the air. Throws that out in the flat. Good spin by Collazo to pick up a few extra yards. It'll bring up third down and about 4.
Yeah, Collazo's stamina will be tested tonight. He's going to have a lot of touches, and he's playing defense as well. It's a high-octane offense in Bennington that he'll be seeing when he's on the defensive side of the ball. We'll see if anything gives. He's going to have to be in elite level condition.
Kyle Peterson's 7th season as the head coach. He's been at Aurora for 21 years. So they've been really good here in the last 10 weeks. Ooh, just a slip. Had an opportunity there. Lost his footing, and Collazo goes down short of the first. And likely a punting situation here for the Huskies.
Yeah, that wasn't just going to be a first down. That could have been a foot race. Well conceived. They get the lead kick out, and he's got one more blocker in front of him. This is literally running down the hallway.
They'll go for it on 4th down. Collazo got the edge, spins through, and a first down. Whoa. Big call early for Kyle Peterson. Maybe tells you where he feels this game is going.
Yeah, I think he's here to win. There's no doubt about that as we take a look at the replay. You get the good base block, the good lead up front by your fullback, and Collazo does the rest. Not necessarily designed to bounce, but he's running to daylight, especially on 4th down. We'll worry about the schematics later.
Ball at the 32, 1st and 10. Good stiff arm, kept the feet from Mac Owens. And Owens for a short gain. Nice tackle there by Luke McDonald, who has 102 tackles on the season.
They're going to need Mac Owens to carry the ball here a little bit. Just if nothing else to spell Collazo. Again, another two-way guy. Mac Owens gets carried the ball. He's helped them out quite a bit on offense this year, and he's going to be a nice complementary piece tonight. He's rushed for almost 600 yards.
Newst rolls to his right, looking downfield, finds under pressure, and throws it short to get it away. Pressure provided there up front. Looked like Curry chasing him down.
Yeah, Noo's leadership is going to be huge tonight. I talked about making plays in the passing game, just his overall demeanor, his body language, having a presence, commanding a presence. There'll be some times where it will be tough sledding tonight, and he's got to be the man emotionally.
This Aurora team has an identity as a downhill, physical team. We've had that identity for a few years. A little more diversified this year with Noose at quarterback, throwing for 1,300 yards. Brings up 3rd down and 9. And we have a timeout called. It's a delay. That'll back up Aurora 5 more and bring up 3rd and 14.
Yeah, that's big too, because now you allow kind of Bennington to get creative. They're already talented up front in terms of getting after the passer. They got a lot of versatility with some of their schemes. Allow these bigs to pin their ears back. They can get after the passer.
Rolling to his right. Throws it out into the flat. Good stiff arm by Britton Kemling. Kemling with a nice gain. Will bring up another 4th down and 4, but good yardage on that 3rd and 14.
Yeah, 4th and 4 here. Little sprint out, reading a 1/3 of the field. Kemling does a good job of getting his shoulders square. Makes the first 2 guys miss. It's 4th and manageable. Now it's another decision. 4th and a long 4. They look to be going.
Once again, the Huskies on 4th down. Ten seconds on the play clock. Motion across, give up the middle. Collazo has the 1st down.
I like what they're doing there with the play design. You get motion and eye candy away. You base and get a lead. Play side. This is well done. You get 2 lead blockers. Again, Collazo, he's got good short area quickness. He's a basketball player, so he understands change of direction. He got net crease in a hurry.
Austin Holtz into the hole, had a chance to make the play. Collazo breaks the tackle in the line of scrimmage. Here he is again, Collazo. Good gain on 1st down of about 5, maybe 6 yards out near midfield of the 48-yard line.
See what Aurora is doing up front, too, in terms of their offensive line play. Trying to get multiple lead blockers, allowing Collazo to pick and choose. You're probably going to get some sort of pull with any uncovered lineman to lead the way. It's a nice little offensive set here for this athletic offensive line. A little undersized, except for the big in that tackle.
Option to the right, out to Collazo. Breaks 1 tackle. Drugged down by Jacob Steyer, but not until he got the 1st down.
Yeah, Steyer's a handful. You see the big fella getting down the line of scrimmage. Collazo again, almost coming out of the back end. How about the option game, dealing out here on the perimeter? Bryce Barger's got to do a better job of winning on the edge. That had potential to be a really big play for the Huskies.
So into Bennington territory now goes Aurora. Motion again across the set. There is Collazo again with it. Kicks it outside. He's got room. Look out. Collazo far sideline. There goes Collazo. Pulled down inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. A great gain by Carlos Collazo.
Yeah, so Bennington's going to have a decision to make here, too, whether they roll with the safety motion on the motion. You take a look at the replay. Again, more eye candy going away. See the safety vacates the middle of the field. You get a lead blocker play side. You're all the way out the back gate. Well done.
Kemling with a great block out in front. 40-yard gain there for Collazo. So 1st down and goal, ball.
Doing a really good job of manipulating Seth Wimpin there at the free safety spot.
7-yard line. Stepping through 2 tackles and then finally drugged down from behind. Play made there by Connor Brecht.
Brecht's a guy that flashes on film. Got that long, angular body for Bennington. Does a really good job of kind of manipulating. He's not the biggest guy. Goes about 170, but understands leverage.
Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down and goal to go from the 8-yard line. I formation this time. That is Kimling, the up back. Collazo, the fake give to him, roll to the right, under pressure, and just throws it away. Good pressure provided there by Austin Holtz. Holtz, 100 tackles on the year. 47 of those, Damon, are solo.
Yeah, plays big boy football out there. You see what Aurora wants to do. A lot of moving of the pocket, a lot of pre-snap looks. Bennington's not a team you want to make a living kind of going toe-to-toe with, so they're trying to give you some misdirection. It's a good job by Noose not panicking, getting rid of the football there early. Live to fight another day here on 3rd down.
Collazo in the backfield along with Noost. He motions out. Under pressure. Fires it, intercepted! Tried to get it to Kimling, but it goes right into the arms of Ethan Wynn. First interception of the season for Wynn. And Bennington with the big play.
Trying to set up a little slip screen here, but look how well coached Bennington is. If it feels too easy, it is. He retraces his steps, and he's there for the taking.
Let's go down to the field to Sean Callahan. Let's try it again. Is Sean Callahan down on the floor? Let's
hey guys, sorry about that. It's so loud down here. I'm having a hard time hearing. I was going to say, this Bennington crowd right now is one of the biggest crowds we've seen in a Memorial Stadium for a state championship game in a number of years. Just talking to Jay Beller and the folks from the NSAA, they were blown away by the crowd Bennington brought down here. And on that goal line stand, I'm standing right down here by the student section, and you can hear that crowd making their impact on this game.
One of the better student sections in all of high school sports belongs to the Bennington Badgers. Boy, they get after it, and it is a well-traveled community. They know their role.
Mostek a gain of 16 on that last play. Here's Mostek again up the middle.
There's Kimling showing up in the run game. I can't stress enough how key it will be for him to show and show big when Aurora's on defense. Anytime you introduce QB run game, both safeties have to be good if you're going to play too high.
87 yards on 6 carries already for Dylan Mostek. Out of the flat, good grab. Enough for a first down for the Badgers on the completion to Caden.
Yeah, Bloom is rangy. He goes about 6'1", maybe closer to 6'2". A little slight, but he can high point a ball and knows how to go get it.
926 yards receiving on the year for Bloom. 40 receptions. Stick again, cuts it back up the middle. Drug down from behind by Mac Owens, but positive yardage again on first down for Dylan Mostek.
It's a little counter action, but look at the vision. He sees the little peekaboo hole come backside, puts his foot in the dirt, and gets back vertical. His vision is probably his most underappreciated asset.
Near side, cuts it back. Leans forward inside Aurora territory, and that's enough for a first down.
Yeah, Culvert's a good little change of pace. A little quicker, a little smaller. May not have the flat-out foot speed that Mostek has, but a little more slight when it comes to weight. He's given them about 500-plus yards in the ground game this year.
Culvert will stay in there. He'll get the carry again. Gain of about 2, down to the 47. Tackle made by Brecken Papineau. Inside linebacker, 70 tackles on the year.
A really good job of slipping that block. That looked like it was going to be a much bigger gain initially.
On the option, pitched out to Mostek again. Mostek has that far sideline. A good gain for Mostek off the option, but a flag on the play back near midfield, and that'll likely bring this one back.
Yeah, take your pick. It was a little bit of a block in the back. I think they're going to get him with the hold initially right out there on the edge. had Mac Owen in a bind. He's got to slow play that and buy some time for Kimling to come run the alley as we take a look. He's got Owen on an island. He's kind of forcing the issue. Kimling's got a long way to go. Coming from deep hole center field.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty, second down.
They'll probably talk to Owen a little bit here. If they get caught in this type of alignment without rotating, slow play that a little bit and don't allow the quick pitch. The quicker the pitch, the shorter the edge, and longer the run for Kimling.
Ten-yard penalty backs them up, brings up second down and 20. Trey Bird from the gun. Miscommunication with the receiver. Quite a quick hitter out there, and he was headed downfield.
Yeah, Aurora had a good feel, I think, for what Bennington wanted to do there. They were kind of in a wide 9 alignment, which means that the end is outside the tight end, almost on air. They allowed the free release of the tight end, but the quick game, like you said, a little miscommunication there for the Badgers.
So the penalty puts them behind schedule, and now third and long. 3rd and 20 here for the Badgers. Bird back to pass under pressure. He'll step up into the pocket, slips one, and now 2 tackles. Still under pressure, gets out of bounds. Far sideline, shoved out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down. So a nice defensive stand here for Aurora after the turnover deep in their own territory.
Yeah, Bird really slippery when not wet. He is elusive. Runs well enough to extend plays. Fortunate to not have that call.
Could have been a late hit there. Lennox Hughes, who averages 33.5 yards per punt, is in there to kick it away for the Badgers. Line drive, 1 hop right to Collazo, slips a couple of tackles. Collazo, boy, nice move there. Near side, great return. Check that, that's not
Carson
Collazo, that's Stair on the return.
Yeah, anytime I see these big guys back as personal protectors, I wouldn't even rush. I would basically just hold up and force the big guys to come tackle, and Stair with the nice little dead leg. One more for good boot. Hog tied down there at the end by Isaac Connor.
Good return for Carson Stair, the 5'10" junior.
Good to see Isaac Connor healthy. The kids played basketball together when he was younger, and he's been hurt. He's battled quite a few injuries. Good to see him out there for Bennington.
Jamison Kreneski up slowly along the near sideline.
That's the 2nd time he's got up. He may have come into the game with a little something. Excuse me, got up a little slow.
Yep. So Noose back under center here from the eye. Toss straight back. Collazo leans forward. A nice gain on 1st down by Collazo. Gain of 7. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3.
I'm impressed with Aurora's offensive line. I like them coming in, especially on film. I went back and watched the Bennington game earlier. It's a good, strong offensive line. Kind of anchored by the big fella at right tackle, Gage Griffith. They're active, they're athletic. They can vary their schemes a little bit. Well coached.
Motion across the set, the fake and the give to Collazo, and he runs right into the defense.
There's
a big hit there by number 27, Alex Foltz.
Yeah, we've seen the first adjustment right now as Austin Holtz kind of ran that down from the backside linebacker spot. When he sees motion away and he gets an opening, he's seen that little lead play, not honoring really the eye candy in the motion. He's trying to hit his fit. Got caught peeking the first couple of times on the same jet motion.
Another 3rd down here for the Huskies. 3rd down and 4 again. Rolling to his right is Noosed. Throws back across right at the yard marker on the reception. That's Preston Raymakers with the catch.
Looks like enough, doesn't it? This play takes a long time. He's dragging from all the way across the field, LP. He didn't hit the deep post. He hit the check down, which was the backside dragger. It's well done.
Post open? I missed it.
It was not.
Okay. Inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line.
Colazzo's impressive, isn't he? You kind of watch him on film, and I know sometimes opponents think, you know, they're trying to figure out the build, the footwork. What he is effective. He understands blocking schemes. I think his best asset is his patience. You know, he's quick enough to get in and out of holes, but it's his vision and patience, I think, that have suited him well.
Second down and about 3 now. Hand off to Colazzo again, right up the middle, inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line on the carry for Carlos Colazzo, and that'll move the chains again for Aurora. Good drive here going for the Huskies.
Yeah, he looks like he may need a breather. He's going to get one here, and it's called the quarter.
Well, after one, it's Bennington on top, thanks to the big run. 7-zip after 1 quarter.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Constellation is a natural gas supplier helping inspire young Nebraskans through hands-on learning. Constellation has given more than $290,000 to 4-H and FFA organizations across the state, helping support youth in your community with opportunities to achieve real-world success. Because we believe that powering communities means empowering our future leaders. With Constellation, a contribution to 4-H and FFA is in the stars.
Coverage of the 2021 NSAA High School Football Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Nebraska Corn Board, Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation Energy. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Now back here at Memorial Stadium, Class B state championship between Bennington and Aurora. 12 minutes in the books, and Bennington was on the board first. Aurora put together a nice drive, but got deep in Bennington territory through the interception. Mostek with the 57-yard touchdown run is the difference. There's a toss out to Colazzo. And boy, what great defense there by that Bennington front.
On paper, that looked like, you know, Brecken Papineau had a chance kind of as the lead blocker, but got hung up in traffic a little bit, gave a free runner hitter an opportunity to make a play, and McDonald made him pay. Wholesale substitutions here for the skill package for the Huskies.
Canoe still in there at quarterback. He'll keep it himself. Off that left side, short gain, maybe 1 or 2 for Canoe on the carry.
How about this? Not the narrowest of creases. Good job by Canoe. Positive yards. 3rd and 10 is better than 3rd and 14, right? Even you can do that math. A good pickup by Owens.
Going to his left, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Bennington really does a good job with their plus pressures. I like their schemes, but when you have as good a front four as they do, led by Steyer and company, Steyer, excuse me, you can afford to get a little eccentric, and they do. It is a handful up front for the opposition when you take a look at guys like, you know, Chevalier, Curry, and, you know, Jake Steyer. That is a gruesome twosome in the middle.
So they'll go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw, Knust over the middle. Picked off right at the goal line. Interception by Mitch Anderson, his 5th INT of the season to lead the Badgers. So 2 times they've been deep in Bennington territory, and twice the interception.
He had 2 posts. They were identical. He could have hit Kimling on the skinny post along the hash, and he had Carson Steyer on top of the numbers. He threw it in the middle, kind of split the difference between the two. You'll get a block in the back here that'll negate the long return. So 1st down for the Badgers. They'll probably start from somewhere around the 10-yard line.
After the play, we have blindside block on the return team. Half the distance of the goal, 1st down.
I get that right, about the 10-yard line.
Nailed it.
Just kind of split the difference. You'll see the double posts. He throws it in the middle of the 2. You'll see a look at the return here. Yeah, they'll call that every time. The difference is defenseless with blindside. I'd like to kind of see them change the verbiage a little, because he's always in the play. And listen, it's hard to tell a guy that's getting trapped in a run game that he's, you know, not defenseless. So it's, you got to mess with the verbiage there a little bit.
Short gain for Mostick on the carry. Mostick now with 97 yards after that 1-yard gain on 8 carries.
There are a lot of 3 techniques and noses that get blindsided on a trap block, right? They don't get those calls.
Here's Mostick again. Oh, nice move, Mostick, right up the middle. Mostick to the 30, out to the 40. Mostick near midfield. Mostick starting to pull away. Can he go? Mostick
He's unbelievable.
Sets his state record with the touchdown. A new all-time Nebraska season rushing record for Dylan Mostick, and he goes the distance. 89 yards.
You may be like, you know, USA Steak Buffet, some like Golden Corral. This is the whole buffet. The dead leg, the cutback, the vision. Now you see me, now you don't. And see the crease, be the crease. In track, they say stick, and they take the baton. Tell you, 2 + 4, that 24.
Wow.
Another 6 for Dylan Mostick.
Mostick now with 186 yards on 9 carries. He came in needing 137 to break the all-time rushing record of Calvin Strong, which was set back in 2013. That was 3008.
I know that guy.
You coached that guy.
Congratulations to that young man. I tell everybody that'll listen, until you see him up close, he's different. Even if you see him up close, he's still different. He's got it all.
3,057 yards as of right now. And what a way to break a record. Go 89 for the touch.
Yeah, and leaving a few jerseys in his wake.
And just
they wouldn't have caught him in tag and in the hallway. Untouched. Yeah, congratulations, young fella. Goodness. You blink and it's over.
Goes into the end zone for the touchback. Let's go down to the field to Sean.
Guys, you talk about that Calvin Strong record. I remember that night, Larry. We were on the broadcast. Damon was coaching on the sidelines, and that was one of those records you're like, man, no one's going to get that one for a while. I mean, you talk about 3,000 yards in a season. It just, I thought Calvin was going to hold that thing for 20, 30 years. So what an amazing accomplishment to break that record on this stage in this environment tonight.
And with that run, right? I mean, look at, and it just has the speed to pull away, not only the strength to get through it at the line, but pulls away with the speed. 3,058, a new NSAA single season rushing record. Out into the flat. Boy, great tackle there by the linebacker, Austin Holtz, who's been all over the field tonight.
Yeah, this is a little easier for me to say up here, but I'd maybe have to say the same thing tomorrow night. This one's about keeping your composure, right? Because it can get away from you in a hurry, because Bennington understands how to play downhill. They got a ton of weapons, and they're physical. So if you're Aurora, you just take a deep breath, and it's one snap at a time.
Knust in the shotgun. Options to his left. He'll keep it himself. Takes a hit after a gain of about 1 after the 21-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
I would come back to that a little bit if I were them. You've got a couple of options. You have the give-keep option, obviously, for the quarterback, but he can deal out there on the perimeter. Bennington did not have an alley runner accounting for the running back. He may want to come back to that.
To throw under pressure, steps up, fires it across, and incomplete, just through the hands of his intended receiver, Britton Kimling.
Well, that's one Kimling would probably like to have back. It's a good job by Knust on the run. You could see him scrambling with his eyes up. He's ready to make a play with his shoulders square. Brett will get another chance at it later on. I do not see a kicking team.
So here is Knust back in there on the toss, and then they're going to kick it away. It'll be taken at the 45-yard line. Now near side. Nifty little move and a return by Mitch Anderson. Anderson back inside the 35.
That did not fool Bennington. Again, just two well-coached teams, right? A little trickeration to get the punt off from Aurora. Bennington going back to their fundamentals, still has a return guy back deep. They'll get the reward because they'll start with good field position.
Well, we've had 3 state championships here today. I want to remind you, Class C1 championship begins tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., followed by C2 at 2:30. And then tomorrow night, the Class A state championship. Watch all the action on Nebraska Public Media and the free Nebraska Public Media app. I'll lose my broadcast partner for that one tomorrow night.
Yeah, well, I'll miss you, but I'd much rather be on the sidelines.
Sure you will. Mostic again. Gain of 5 on 1st down. Let's take a look at the numbers as Mostic limps off. All class rushing record, 30-58. There's his per game average.
I mean, just pick one.
Yeah.
89-yarder, 42 touchdowns, 3K.
Longest run of the season. Good slant there, complete his intended receiver.
I like Anderson. He is nifty in the open field, and he is a good route runner. Not quite as handsy as he'd like that catch, but he'll come back and get one.
Over the middle, just a little too tall for Seth Whitman.
He missed a good chunk of the season on offense. He's battled injuries. He comes back a couple of weeks ago, becomes one of the stalwarts defensively. It has truly been next man up for Coach Leonard. That's just the culture that he's built. Played a couple of different quarterbacks. Hasn't seemed to matter.
And the option to the near side.
Yes.
The keeper by Trey Bird, and Bird inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. Thirteen-yard gain for Trey Bird.
Yeah, little speed option. They can deal out here. Mac Owens this time takes the pitch, and who has the long run again? Kemling. They're going to have to figure that out. It is the downside when you get into single high.
Looking into the end zone, floats it up there, tried to high point and stripped away for Caden Bloom.
Yeah, that's a good battle right there on the outside with Bloom and Nachigul. I've seen Bloom make that play more than a few times. I like Tate Nachigul, though. He's long. He's got good levers. And usually pretty good footwork.
Timeout called.
Timeout Aurora. That's their first of the half.
14-0 Bennington here in this second quarter. 7:10 to go. Bennington threatening to open it up here deep in Huskies territory. Dylan Mostic already 191 yards, 2 touchdowns. That long of 89, averaging 19 a carry.
For Coach Peterson and company, you're watching that one on film and you're saying, hey, listen, we're good in our fits, right? That's sometimes you tip your cap. You don't ever want to concede that as an opposing coach, but they had Bennington gapped out for all intents and purposes. Their free guy was better than your free guy.
Go down to the field, Sean Callahan.
Guys, I was talking to Bobby Mills here on the sidelines, the legendary 1,000-yard statistician. He said the most amazing thing about Dylan Mostek is a year ago, he didn't even come close to 1,000 yards. He's a 500-600-yard rusher. So really put some context into this record tonight, the hard work he's put in over the last year to get to this level and break the record tonight.
Bobby Mills.
Talked to him earlier tonight over there in the media distinguished press row.
Here is Bird with the carry. Bird inside the 1, reaches out.
Bird, the ball carrier.
And they're going to say he's down at the 1-yard line.
Well, he's going to have to be careful with that one. He is slight in stature, but mighty in heart. You got to be a little smarter around the goal line. How about the bigs up front? They give you the little counter action. He's on the keeper.
Here is Mostek, and he's going to be piled up right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 1.
Yeah, Papineau and Peterson and Sangnam, Garrett Bellis. Boy, those guys are carving open real estate. If you're a fan of good offensive line play, both these teams are fun to watch.
Trips to the right here for Bennington on 4th and 1. Mostek into the pile, pops it outside, dives, and touchdown. What a run by Mostek.
Yeah, my free guy better than your free guy. There's just no other way to really describe that. You've got them gapped out. You fit in the run game. You have to make a play.
Third touchdown already for Dylan Mostek. And it's a 20-0 Bennington lead.
That is 12 for 192 and 3 touchdowns, and we still have 6 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Extra point is good. 3-touchdown lead.
He's had a couple of 300-yard games this year already, so he's not in uncharted waters. It's just kind of another day at the office, especially when you average 238.
Well, the last time he played Aurora, he went for 353. That was earlier this year in that 55-44 win.
Well, that would be interesting on the replay. Was the knee down, and where was the outstretched arms? How about the effort here? Ooh, bang, bang. We do have instant replay available. Scoring plays are reviewed. That one's going to stand, as they've obviously kicked the extra point. 8 plays, 33 yards in just 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Set up by the long return, right?
Right.
Short field.
You can connect with us on Facebook and Twitter, maybe add a comment or catch up on the latest Nebraska sports info. Just be sure to like Nebraska Public Media Sports and Big Red Wrap-Up and join in our conversation.
So if you're Aurora now, you don't, again, I'm going to tell you this, you can't panic. Collazo's ran the ball really well right now. He's averaging almost 7 yards a carry. It can help settle Knuth down a little bit. You've had a couple of open receivers. You got to take a deep breath here.
So deep for the Huskies is Carson Stair. Lennox Hughes, check that, Evan Utek kicks it away. Taken by Stair out past the 20 to the 25. Far sideline, and this is what kept Aurora in the game the last time they played earlier this season. Aurora was able to take a punt return back for a touchdown and also a kick return back for a touchdown against Bennington.
Yeah, I like that crease that he had along the bottom of the numbers. He got pushed just a little bit wide. Bennington obviously watches film too. They know where they weren't good, 3 months ago. Won't let that happen again. Week 2 seems like forever ago in what was a 55-44 scoring affair.
Midway through quarter number 2, all Bennington so far, 21-0. Back out there for the Huskies is Collazo in the backfield. He'll take it up the middle. He's got room. Collazo breaks one tackle, breaks another, still on his feet. And inside to Bennington territory goes Carlos Collazo on a great run.
Yeah, he's got good wiggle, doesn't he?
24 yards.
A little subtle cut there. Another one. Good center of gravity, comes out of the back end. He was ready for a foot race. You see him put the ball in the outside arm.
Back in Badger territory for the 3rd time here in the first half. Collazo again. Room to run, another 10-yard gain and a first down for Collazo.
He goes over the 100-yard mark, which is odd with 5 minutes to go, down 21. Aurora has moved the football. A few too many empty trips against an explosive team like Bennington.
Injured player on the field for Bennington.
Well, that might be the man. Okay.
Looks like it's Connor Brecht.
Yeah, that is Brecht.
Outside linebacker. And as they tend to Brecht, we'll take a break.
Oh, good to see him hop up.
Nebraska Public Media supports those who have driven miles of Nebraska highways. Those who have paid their share of admission fees. Those who have worn their school colors faithfully. Those who have practiced. And those who have stood on the sidelines. Nebraska Public Media supports those who have supported Nebraska high school athletes.
My name is Dan O'Neill from North Platte, Nebraska. From the western edge of the state to Lincoln or Omaha is a long ways. So state wrestling, state basketball, volleyball, all those events, that truly, I think, brings the state together because there's just a lot of people that wouldn't be able to attend those events.
Bennington on top 21-0. Root over Memorial here in Lincoln, Nebraska. 5:31 to go. In quarter number 2, the Huskies trying to mount a drive here. First down and 10 from the 34. Collazo again. Another hole for Collazo. Keeps on his feet and another 13-yard gain, and he's getting big chunks right now for Aurora.
Yeah, real subtle differences as we take a look at the replay. Just a little split zone action. You get the puller. But with Mac Owens offset, he's kind of deep set on the line of scrimmage. He is an eligible receiver, so he holds your backside safety. Now they run it the other way.
Collazo again breaks a couple and down inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line. And again, Carlos Collazo.
The exact same play, just run it the other way. This time, instead of the puller, number 54, they use Kimling to insert. Nice little wrinkle, same concept.
On this drive, Collazo with carries of 24, 10, 14, and 16 yards. And now they have first and goal inside the 5. Collazo again, very patient, in there for the touchdown.
I was just getting ready to say Aurora has to be careful. They're kind of tipping pullers a little bit. And it's hard for Bennington to see where they are. It's easy for us to see, but as long as it works, go ahead and stay with it as Collazo puts Aurora on the board. They needed that one, and they did it by staying patient. They ran the football. They knew that they were going for big chunks at a time. Collazo all of a sudden up to 17 for 147 already.
Alex Peters knocks that through. He's good on 37 of 40 on the year, and a big drive for Carlos Collazo.
Yeah, 2 lead blockers plus a clean puller. And Collazo hits pay dirt. 5 plays, 67 yards. If you thought 212 was good with Bennington, anything you can do, they can do better. A minute 18 comes off the clock.
He is setting school records at Aurora. 285 against Scotts Bluff. Had 6 touchdowns against York and 27 on the season. Here's a look at Carlos Collazo.
Good balance. Patience. Crease. Speed. Vision. Cut. Balance. Patience. I'm telling you, you watch him on film and you're thinking, what is it? Well, it's a combination of things. Low center of gravity, good change of direction, fantastic balance. His vision is outstanding as well.
With his 147 yards here in this first half of play, he is 4 yards shy of 1,900 on the season.
About these two going at it. 12 for 192 for Mostic with an 89-yarder, and Collazo's going 17 for 147 and was ripped off a 40-yarder. Turnovers are the difference.
Big answer there for Aurora, though, after the 3-touchdown lead by Bennington. And to your point, don't panic. Stick with what they do well, downhill, and Collazo delivered. 21-7 here in the second quarter, 4:44 to go. Alex Peters set to kick it away. He'll be taken at the 15. Ends up in the hands of Mitch Anderson. Mitch Anderson out to the 35.
A little trickeration in the special teams. Not happy getting out performed in that area the first time around. How about this action? Take some courage to stand with your back to the oncoming coverage. Used to call that starburst. I don't know what the kids call it nowadays with these two young coaches. Goodness.
So Bennington back on offense. Bostic again, very patient right at the hole, picks his spot. Slides through for a gain of 5.
Got a little Le'Veon Bell to his game, doesn't he? You know, you kind of think he's tiptoeing, picking up tulips, and then all of a sudden he's through the crease, and you're all of a sudden 2nd and 1.
Just waits. Second down and 5. To the air, quick hitter. Completion there by Trey Bird. Finds Nick Colbert on the grab.
Look how long Noctical is. Kind of take a look at his long levers, good length, good tackle in the open field. A little bit of a wrinkle here with their deep set safety.
Good toss. Mostic cuts it back. Mostic with another gain of 10, and that puts him over 200 yards here in this first half.
All that Mostic did was go where he wasn't, right? He sees the safety chief cheated over. He cuts it all the way back, backside A gap. That's just tough. Watch where he ends up hitting this thing. You know, when you block that like zone, your gaps move with you. That's why you got to leverage the ball and not the block.
On the option, Bird keeps. He's got the sideline. Bird could go. Look out, Trey Bird. Touchdown, Bird. No, they're going to say he was down at the 1.
Obviously, Bennington's staff has done this a while. They see what we see up here. They are a man short to the boundary, honoring the pitch game.
Let's see.
That's a fantastic call.
Terrific.
I mean, how good is the crew? Our crews have been great all day. Not quite as good as our camera guys with all the angles, but the crew has been fantastic. They're doing it real time. We get the luxury of replays and HD.
So marked out at the 2-yard line. Bird back in the shotgun, and we're going to have a look at this, as I believe they've blown it dead for a look at the replay.
It's probably 4K.
The previous play is under further
Media.
review.
So Kevin Marr and his crew will be put to the test again as they are centralized here. Upstairs, looking at the replay, we'll take one more look at it. Fantastic effort at the tail end of this one.
Still not down.
By Kimling.
Not down, and there's the knee, maybe at the half-yard line. So they'll probably move this from the 2 down to the half. Well, what a great look. Freeze frame right as the ball hit that half-yard line.
Yep.
Saw the knee down, was not done or down prior to that. Here's another look.
Oh, we're getting it from all angles. They're probably in your ear saying, hey, Larry, what do you need? We got you covered. Want a different angle? How about up top?
Look at that.
From behind, left, right? Kimling's effort was fantastic.
Terrific. Just got a forearm on that back shin to trip him up. Pretty good look right there.
Yeah, they'll probably spot that. What is that, the 1 maybe? It's such a cool little wrinkle having instant replay for the state championships. It's a big time stage. You want to get it right. They're agreeing on the spot. And you see Bennington and that crew getting tutelage. Tremendous offensive line coach. Never passing up the opportunity to instruct and teach, and these guys do it better than anybody in Class B, that's for sure. They can make the case for the state. This offensive line is fantastic.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. First down.
They changed the spot on the replay.
Yeah, I believe I would if they got it right, unless they think that he stepped out of bounds, but he didn't. That ball should be at about the 1-yard line. They'll keep it where it is.
So 3 minutes to go here in this first half. Bennington threatening once again, already up by 2 touchdowns.
Look at these line splits now, giving it away here.
There is Mostek, patient, steps through, touchdown.
Could see the left guard kind of in a 2-point stance. He knows he wants to get to second level. That's where the action's going.
Mostek working out that shoulder that got hit there, but it's another touchdown for the senior.
Take a look at the replay. You know what that might be from? Shouldering the load.
Yeah. Might be right. Well played.
Not just another funny looking face, LP, you know. 6 plays, 5 plays, 65 yards. Not quite a minute 18. They decided to do it in a minute 46. You ever seen these kind of quick strike offenses that are doing it on the ground?
Right. We've seen a couple of them today. A couple of games in which we've had that kind of quick strike ability on the ground. Class D2 game, and again here in B.
32 for 352 between Collazo and Mostek so far.
Still 2:51 to go here.
8-6 for Carlos. 14 for Dylan Mostek. Once upon a time, I could carry the ball for a first down. I was probably 7, maybe.
Is that right?
I think so. About right.
Well, sports fans, Nebraska Public Media is for you. We bring you more Nebraska high school and collegiate sports than any other Nebraska network. For more information on dates, times, DVD sales, as well as available webcasts, you can visit nebraskapublicmedia.org/sports. 28-7, Bennington with the lead here, 2:51 to go in the second. Evan Utek with the kick. It's taken at the 4-yard line. Here's the reverse. That's in the hands of Stair, and Stair on the far sideline. Will be driven out of bounds. Ball on the ground. It's fumbled, and it looks like Bennington still loose.
Aurora got that back.
Yep.
Unbelievable. I thought he stepped out of bounds. Now all of a sudden you look at the clock, 2:37 from the 50 as we take a look at this here.
Carson Stair with the carry. That ball's out.
Wow. I mean, these officials are on it. Really good job by Kenny Owens, not blocking in the back or blindsiding. He just kind of shields. That's really good discipline by 13 for Aurora. Well done, Kenny. Here's that little inverted motion here. You see what it does. It holds the corner backside and it gets the eyes of Wempen.
Here is Collazo.
He's got a longer run. This is a really nice design. Bennington's going to have to adjust a little bit. I would make Mac Owens beat me as a receiver. I wouldn't honor him necessarily like that as the #1 receiver until they throw it to him. Now, I say that and
they'll do it.
They'll get it to him out of the backfield here.
Ball on the ground. Bennington still loose and pulled in. Aurora recovers.
Temporarily averting disaster here. Wow, how about this stunt?
Kimling got back on it, but yeah, terrific play defensively. McDonald.
Yeah, they just do. He's a player. They do a really good job of when they come free. Again, you can do that as good as this front four is.
Brings up 3rd and long, rolling to his right. Good grab by Stair at about the 45-yard line of Bennington. That'll bring up 4th down and manageable here for Aurora.
And they like this little sprint out. They kind of flood the zone, little whip route. You got Noctigal going deep on the skinny.
.130 to go. 4th and 5. And that's going to give him the 1st down.
Yeah,
McDonald tried to time it again.
He had been timing it all night, and it makes it miserable on the offensive line. They maybe have to change up the cadence a little bit. He's getting free starts. Our man is in his track stance.
Encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
And look at this split he's hitting.
Yeah, straight through.
Those are 3-foot splits right now. Boy, that is really beneficial for Aurora. Plenty of time on the clock, your full complement of timeouts, and you have been a big play offense.
2 in the backfield. On the option to the left. Knust keep it. Knust hit hard as Benjamin Parson comes up from that safety spot and makes a nice play.
That might have been Wempen. And look at this sure tackle. Bringing the hands. Again, we call that the bite. When you bring the arms and squeeze those legs, that is the chomp. Well done by Wempen in the open field.
Looks downfield, rolls to his right, and incomplete.
Concerted effort to get Knust out of the pocket. Feels comfortable throwing on the run. 3rd and 10 here. Again, time isn't necessarily a factor with 3 timeouts. You got 2 to make 10. The biggest decision is what happens on 4th down, if you get there.
Canoes back again, little screen. And Collazo not there, and a flag on the play.
Boy, that is an amazing play right there from Austin Holtz. Talk about shooting your shot. Split two potential blockers. They're going to decide whether this ball was thrown behind the line of scrimmage or not.
Did they have linemen downfield? Was that the call?
Well, it has to be behind the line of scrimmage if they're going to be past 2 yards. And it's fairly subjective, at least these days.
The pass was caught behind the line of scrimmage, therefore there is no penalty. 4th down.
I'm good for some things, LP.
So a gain of 5 on the play. That'll bring up 4th down and 5. So another 4th down for Coach Kyle Peterson.
Yeah, now is not the time if you're thinking, oh, we're going to give Bennington the ball back with, 30 seconds to go on the clock from the 35. You're trying to win this game.
Option the other way. Tried to throw it, then loses the football. It's on the ground, and Bennington will recover. Recovered by Jackson Andrews.
Yeah, and unless it was Collazo that recovered it, they couldn't award the 1st down anyway, because you can't have another player advance your fumble past the sticks on 4th down. Really good sound defense from Bennington, using kind of a peel technique where the end drops off. He's kind of in a dog. A really good job by Bennington staying home. Active hands.
Andrews not only knocked it loose, but then recovered it. Nice play by Jackson Andrews, the 5'11" junior linebacker for Bennington. 29 seconds to go here before half. It's across the middle and just over the hands of the intended receiver. That was Isaac Connor out there.
Again, really good to see Isaac Connor active and contributing. He's been besieged by injuries the last couple of years. Multiple surgeries. He's got a full head of hair, even you'd be jealous of too, LP.
Down the field, got a man wide open, caught, Bloom, touchdown, Bennington. "65 yards on the throw from Trey Bird to Caden Bloom."
You know, when you used to give your kids a bath and the water would kind of creep over the edge, this is a full-fledged run over. Noctegal tried to undercut the post. If you're going to gamble, you better come up 7 or 11. He did, and he crapped out. That is 6 the other way. It's risky business with no inside help from your safety. Cannot undercut the post unless you think you can get there.
Vaughn Anderson knocks through the PAT. He's perfect on the night. 71 of 76 coming into tonight on the season.
That is not quite what you envisioned when you didn't convert that 4th down.
Right.
2 plays, 65 yards, only 14 seconds.
Bloom came into the night with 926 yards on the season. Needed just 74 to hit 1,000 in the season, and right now he's at 72. So 2 yards away from 1,000 yards receiving season. Coming up at half, we'll talk to the NSAA, talk about volleyball with Jennifer Schwartz. Believers and Achievers also coming up, and we'll check highlights and the numbers from first half of play.
They have more than sprung a leak with quick strike offense from Bennington and so many weapons. If it's not Mostic, it's Bird. If it's not Mostic or Bird, it's Bloom. If it's not, I mean, so many weapons.
Squib kick around the ground that's covered up by Aurora. Caden Carlson on that. So 15 seconds to go here in the first half, and Bennington has opened it up at 35-7. Here comes Drew Knust back out. In the backfield with him is Mac Owens. Fake to give to Owens.
There he is. Obviously, with 65 yards to go, it's not as big of a weapon out of the backfield. But I would make him be a pass receiver out of that set, because he's compromising you to the field.
So second down and 10 to go with just 9 seconds left here in this first half. Out into the flat to Stair. And that will do it here in the first half of play. And it has been a Badger first half as Bennington, on the strength of the ground game from Dylan Mostek. He has 210 yards and 4 touchdowns, including that 89-yarder. And Bennington with the lead, 35-7. Let's go down to the field to Sean Callahan.
Guys, I'm here with Aurora as Coach Peterson. Coach, obviously not the half you wanted. You've been right there, though, and just come up short.
We have to finish drives in the red zone. I mean, we've had some opportunities there. I think we turned the ball over twice there. We've had, so many opportunities, I think, to get tackles for loss, and then a great back just makes plays. He bounces off a couple of kids and takes it 80. He's a really good player. We just have to keep playing hard.
What do you tell your kids?
Well, it's especially for the seniors. This is going to be it for them. What do they want to remember their last game by? We're going to go out. We're going to play hard here in the second half, and hopefully we can make some plays.
All right, Coach. Appreciate it. Good. Best luck.
Thank
you. So we're at halftime. Big play right at the end of the half. Caden Bloom goes 65 to give the Badgers a 35-7 lead.
Electricity. It makes life easier, more productive, brighter, possible. Yet we only think about it when we don't have it. The next time you're doing, well, anything, think about how electricity makes it all possible. And know we will be there, powering your everyday, every day.
All this grass, all this mulch, all these projects to do, they all get done with the Kubota BX Series tractor. The Kubota BX Series. Kubota is a proud sponsor of Nebraska High School sports on Nebraska Public Media. It's the crack of dawn, but it's never too early to get ready for hunting season. Acceleration, handling, and cargo room for work. The Kubota Sidekick. For more information and participating Nebraska Kubota dealers, KubotaNesports.com.
After concussion, returning to the classroom is a priority of the NSAA. All brains return to learn. Not all brains return to play.
After recognizing that an athlete has suffered a concussion, it is important to monitor the symptoms in the classroom before allowing the athlete to return to extracurricular activities.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course once every 3 years.
More information is available on our website, nsaahome.org. Student athletes are students first, athletes second.
Coverage of the 2021 NSAA High School Football Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Nebraska Corn Board, Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation Energy. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. All Bennington at halftime, 35-7 from Memorial Stadium. Leading the Aurora Huskies, pleased to be joined now by the Nebraska School Activities Association Assistant Director, Jennifer Schwartz, who's in charge and responsible for the state volleyball tournament, another terrific and successful state tournament. Talk about the feedback you've had from this year's tournament.
Yes, this was the 50th anniversary of the NSAA sanctioning high school girls volleyball, and it was definitely one for the history books. We had 2 schools that won their first ever state titles, Oakland Craig and Howells Dodge, and then we watched a Class A team go undefeated, which Papillion La Vista South, what an amazing run. And then, obviously, Scott Catholic winning a record-setting 7th consecutive state titles, which that is just amazing. But, yes, it was a great event, great play all the way through.
Yeah, it really was in the 50th year, an historic year, and a little bit of a different format this year. Talk about the feedback that you've had from coaches and players and moving it to 4 days.
Yeah, unfortunately last year due to the pandemic, we had to make some adjustments so that we could maximize capacity. And so we went to a 4-day tournament last year where we actually took the lower classes and they played their first round matches at Pinnacle Bank Arena. And so then the bigger classes actually then had a day off. Well, we got such great feedback from that we decided to continue that this year, and so that's what we did. And that way we could play at Pinnacle Bank for the first 3 days and then obviously move into the Bob Devaney Sports Center for the championship.
And the feedback that you've gotten from coaches and players is that that extra day for everybody was very beneficial.
Yes, it was. And it also allowed our smaller schools, they've played in high schools before, and it allowed them to come and play in the arena, which was very positive.
Here's a look at your champs in Class A. You mentioned it, but Papillion La Vista South goes undefeated. It's only the second time it's ever happened in Class A. By the way, the other team to do it was also Papillion La Vista South.
Yeah, it was.
Scott Catholic wins a record 7th consecutive. Renee Saunders has something going there at Scott, I think. Lincoln Lutheran with the championship, Oakland Craig in C2. Howells Dodge wins it in D1 and Sacred Heart in Class D2. Another terrific tournament. So talk about maybe what's on the horizon. It just continues to, volleyball continues to be a pretty successful sport here in the state.
Oh my gosh, yes, it truly does. And with this being the 50th anniversary, I spent a lot of time kind of going back through the archives to determine, how did this get off the ground? Where did it start? Because it is what it is now, and to think that maybe it wasn't that a while back, it was really interesting. A little disappointed. I went back. I assumed that the NSA membership just unanimously decided, let's start girls high school volleyball. Not the case. And so anyways, we felt that it was important during this championship to really recognize and honor those individuals, men and women, who got high school volleyball off the ground and going. So we did a couple of special things, and I know you and Kathy did too. You had some special guests in the booth. But before the last game of the night, we actually recognized some of those coaches who really pioneered the sport from the very, very beginning. And so we were lucky to be able to do that.
Yeah, it was a special celebration celebrating the 50th anniversary of the NSAA sanctioning volleyball and the Volleyball Championships. Jennifer Schwartz, thanks so much for joining us. We're at halftime. It's 35-7. Badgers on top.
Have you heard about FAFSA?
It's like a form you fill out. Fill it out and you get money for college.
Easiest way to get money for college, hands down.
FAFSA. It's a life hack.
It's your way in.
So you want to help me pay for college? I'm down.
Heck yeah.
Definitely. How is this not trending on all the things?
It took me like 30 minutes to fill out.
So easy.
How much am I gonna get?
This is a hidden gem. Fill out your FAFSA.
FAFSA.
Drink water, buckle up, fill out your FAFSA.
The Nebraska Strong Recovery Project has been supporting Nebraskans impacted by COVID-19, from educators and essential workers to farmers and factory workers. If you or someone you know need crisis counseling, help is available from the Rural Response Hotline, 800-464-0258, or the Nebraska Family Helpline, 888-866-8660. Together, we are Nebraska Strong. Support provided by University of Nebraska Public Policy Center through a crisis counseling program grant.
It may be small, but this little bean fuels power. It powers a food industry as a source of protein. It's a fuel that powers diesel engines while reducing emissions. It powers a state economy and bottom lines. And it powers the rest of the world as a Nebraska export. Yeah, it may be small, but we're finding more ways for this little bean to power Nebraska.
This is a growing corn plant. It's not battery-powered. It doesn't have a 300-mile range, but it's vital in our fight against climate change. reducing 46% of carbon emissions and producing clean burning ethanol. Corn ethanol is the climate solution we need now.
Memorial Stadium, Bennington on top 35-7. Time now to honor some very special student athletes. Let's go back to Rich Broderson.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special halftime presentation this evening. Believers and Achievers is a statewide program designed by U.S. Bank and the Nebraska School Activities Association to give recognition to Nebraska future leaders. We have 4 Nebraska high school seniors with us tonight who have demonstrated academic excellence and a commitment to good citizenship. For their involvement in school and community service projects, U.S. Bank and the NSAA would like to honor these Believers and Achievers. Presenting the Believers and Achievers Awards are U.S. Bank Representative Colby Kaiser, NSAA Executive Director Jay Beller, and NSAA Board of Directors Chair Dr. John Cerny of Bancroft Rosalie. Tonight's first honoree is Ashlyn Garcia of South Sioux City High School. Ashlyn is a 4.0 GPA student who participates in cross-country, swimming, and track. A Nebraska State College's multi-activity student award recipient, Ashlyn qualified for the 2021 NSAA State Track and Field Championships in the 100-meter dash and the 4x100-meter relay. She volunteers at the soup kitchen in her community, and she serves leadership roles on the National Honor Society and the Student Council at South Sioux City. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashlyn Garcia. Next is Lacey Havlett of Norris High School. Lacey participates in cross-country, swimming, track, and unified track while maintaining a 4.0 GPA. An honor roll student and an NCPA academic all-state selection, Lacey was a member of the 2021 NSAA Class B Girls State Cross-Country Championship team. She is a Bright Lights volunteer in her community and is a member of the Sapphires dance team, Student Council, and Circle of Friends at Norris. Ladies and gentlemen, Lacey Havlett. Our next recipient is John Minchin of Scottsbluff High School. John maintains a 4.0 GPA while participating in speech, music, and golf. An honor roll student, John is a member of the National Honor Society Math Club, Tri-M Music Honor Society, and Student Senate at Scottsbluff. He was a 5th place medalist in duet acting at the 2021 NSAA Class A State Speech Championships and is the founder of Singing for Supper in his community. Ladies and gentlemen, John Minchin. Our final recipient tonight is Grace Williams of Cedar Bluffs High School. Grace is a 3.96 student who participates in volleyball, plane production, basketball, journalism, and track. An honor roll student and a National Honor Society member, Grace was a 2nd place medalist in yearbook theme development at the 2020 NSAA Class C State Journalism Championships. She is a class president and serves leadership roles on FBLA and HOSA at Cedar Bluffs. Ladies and gentlemen, Grace Williams. And now let's give one more round of applause to the 2021-2022 U.S. Bank Believers and Achievers, the future leaders of Nebraska.
Well, congratulations to these Believers and Achievers being recognized and honored for not only academic achievement, but athletic achievement and their contributions to the community. So congratulations to each one of these outstanding students. Let's take a look at some highlights from first half of play, and we're going to see a whole bunch of Bennington running back Dylan Mostick. Here is one.
Just a sign of things to come early, and you heard Coach Peterson at the half. They've been in position to make some plays. They just haven't, but he gave credit where credit is due. This right here was unbelievable. Wow. This is no hyperbole. You know what that run was just like? That was Lawrence Phillips versus Oklahoma State on Thursday night, where he did the ski skirt, dip, and hit the hole. It's hard to do that stop-start and get to accelerate full speed.
Bostek 210 yards in the first half, 4 touchdowns. But I tell you, you know who else has had a good night is Aurora's Carlos Collazo.
Yeah, he has really had to kind of shoulder the load in terms of big play ability and doing it from the ground. Got to do it the hard way. Nothing cheap from the air, but how about these holes and his vision? Good balance. It's a thing of beauty to see backs come out of the back end, not anticipating traffic when they split contact like that.
Yeah, on that scoring drive, this one here, he went for 14, 12, 16, 10, and eventually the touchdown there. That at the time kept Aurora in it, but Bennington with that big play, almost a backbreaker late in the first half, right? I mean, the 65-yard touchdown toss, and it's been all Bennington, 35-7.
Yeah, you look at time of possession and first downs, and you think, oh, we've got something here. But when you're going for 12-4 per play, and you've run the ball for 275 yards and a half, it gets hectic in a hurry, hence the 35-7 halftime score.
Well, our play of the first half will not surprise. It is the one you just talked about, Damon, the run from Bostek. Watch this. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that is a thing of beauty.
Right there.
Yep. In Stokey State, it was just the other way. He started left and went back to his right.
And the speed, aiming to pull away.
Pull away. He'll find his way on that track team this spring.
89-yard touchdown run right there. That is our play of the first half, 210 total yards. He is the new state record holder for yards in a single season. Dylan Bostek.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
Sometimes you just have to be a little stronger, go a little farther, be a little tougher. This past year was a test to see if we could step up and weather the storm together. We are committed to push a little harder, go a little farther, lean into the challenge, and be tougher together. Aurora and you.
Live streaming for the NSAA Championships are also available at the Nebraska Public Media website and on the free Nebraska Public Media app.
Coverage of the 2021 NSAA High School Football Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Nebraska Corn Board, Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation Energy. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Class B State Championship here this evening at Memorial Stadium. It's all Badgers 35-7. You know, on Friday night out in Kearney, there was another state championship going on. It was the D6 final. This is six-man football at its finest. The two best in the state. It was Potter Dix taking on Cody Kilgore, and there's a touchdown from Cody Kilgore. Put up 21 points in the first quarter, 28 at the half. Potter Dix tried to stay in it. Touchdown there, but Cody Kilgore just too much. Peyton Wilkerson Stirk, 240 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns, 444 total rushing yards, and a first ever state championship for the guys from Cody Kilgore. Congratulations. The state champs in D6 six-man football. That's a category is beginning to grow here in the state of Nebraska is six-man football. Cody Kilgore wins at 65-37. There's a look at the numbers.
Yeah, fantastic game played at a fantastic facility, one in which you and I have done a few broadcasts from, where they host the Shrine Bowl. I thought you were going to be all in on Potter Dick's pants, as fashion savvy as you are, right?
Nice,
with your blends and patterns.
That was.
I'm glad you stayed professional and congratulating Cody Kilgore on their impressive victory.
It was a sharp look. Let's go down to Sean.
Guys, we're with Cam Leonard here at halftime. Coach, your team up 35-7. You got to love where you're at right now. What you tell your guys in the locker room?
We're not done. We got another half to play, 24 minutes left to finish this thing out, and that's what we got to do.
What do you guys need to do to kind of lay that knockout blow?
We got to get a stop right here, right off the bat. I know they're going to come out firing, try to do something to get back on the board, get the momentum back on their side. We get a big stop and get our offense back on the field. I think good things will continue to happen.
Well, Coach, best of luck in the second half.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. No doubt.
Tell by the way his team plays.
Yep. Hey, this Wednesday on Nebraska Public Media World, join Michael Severe, Jay Moore, Sean Callahan on Big Red Wrap-Up as they look at highlights from the Wisconsin game and discuss what's ahead for the Huskers during Friday's game against Iowa. You might have heard Adrian Martinez is out, so don't miss Big Red Wrap-Up, a special day and time. Wednesday night, 7 Central on World, and again at 10 p.m. Central on Nebraska Public Media. Make sure you send your questions ahead of time to Big Red at nebraskapublicmedia.org or on our Facebook page.
I'm jealous of these kids. I never got to play in a state championship. We got beat my sophomore year bad in the semis, and then my junior and senior year both got beat by a team up north with a chubby fullback. And I didn't get to play in one of these. Great to see these kids out here on Memorial Stadium field, and congratulations to them and good luck to everybody.
Yeah, if you're wondering who that team with the chubby fullback was, that was Battle Creek.
Yeah, that would be Matt Hoskinson that he was referring to, who he likes to consider himself svelte. I don't know what he would have been in high school for Coach Schnitzler, but
Hoskinson considers himself svelte?
Oh, yeah, just ask him. Just ask him. He just barely missed out on the cover of GQ, and it was only because he was doing so well financially he couldn't step away from his job.
Sure, that makes complete sense.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the story he tells, and I'm sticking to it.
All right. Those were some good Battle Creek teams.
They were amazing. I remember when they first got to campus, he came with Euler and some of these guys, and I'm thinking, who were you guys playing against to put up these kinds of numbers?
That's remarkable. All right, we're here at halftime. We'll be back. Second half action from Memorial Stadium. Stay with us.
Nebraska Public Media supports those who have driven miles of Nebraska highways. Those who have paid their share of admission fees. Those who have worn their school colors faithfully. Those who have practiced. And those who have stood on the sidelines. Nebraska Public Media supports those who have supported Nebraska high school athletes.
Time. It's an interesting thing. We always wonder what time it is, and other times we wonder, where does it go? That's because time flies and waits for no one. So, is it time to donate that car that keeps costing you money? If you've been waiting to give to public television, consider donating a car, truck, or RV. And we'll arrange for a free pickup. You may even qualify for a tax deduction. There's no time like now. Donate today.
Halftime here at Memorial Stadium. The Badgers and the Aurora Huskies to start the third quarter. It has been all Badgers in the first half. Class B state championship on the line. Aurora now out of the locker room, as is Bennington. Hey, I want to remind you, we have more tomorrow. More live coverage of these NSAA state high school football championships right here on Nebraska Public Media. We've had 3 championships today, D1, D2, this in Class B. Tomorrow it's C1 and C2. It's their turn, 10 a.m. and 2:30, and then tomorrow night it's going to be a Class A showdown between Gretna and Westside for the Class A title. Eamon Benning will be down on the sideline. We'll be making fun of him from up here. I'm sure there'll be multiple shots, many things said that he will not be able to respond to.
Just tell your radio partner to be professional, right?
Is that Verse?
Yeah.
All right. I'm sure Verse is going to come prepared with a few bits tomorrow.
I tell you what, he's done enough homework. He should should have plenty of time for sidebar chatter. He is knee deep in C2, C1, and A.
He went to what, 6 different practices, prepped for everyone, ready to go.
Yeah. Yes, he did. He's got a coach's eye too, so it'll help him out.
Yeah, I've already heard we're thinking about replacing him for the entire broadcast in the state tournament, so it's good to hear that he's doing well.
Tell you what, if his Skyhawks ever get their act together, he'll have to worry about coaching.
Here is Evan Utek to start the second half. Taken to the 12-yard line, returned by Stairs. Stairs got a little crease, but it closes down in a hurry, and a nice play on special teams for the Bennington Badgers.
Yeah, they have really shortened that up since the first meeting where Aurora broke loose a couple of times, found a way to get back in that football game. And you heard Coach Leonard coming out at the half. He was dialed in, and I have a feeling his Badgers will be as well. As he said, they're not done.
So Kyle Peterson trying to get his offense to continue what they did at the end of the first half, which is move the football. Just need to finish some of these drives. Popping out of there again is Carlos Collazo. Gain of about 3 on first down.
Coach Peterson, extremely bright, could have gone to law school. Coming out of school, you know, said it wasn't really in his sweet spot. I wonder what his opening statement was in the locker room of these guys. You know, he talked about playing hard and being poised. Be interesting to see how they attack this first drive.
5'9" junior Collazo in the backfield again. They'll fake the give to him. And there is Knust with the carry. Knust short gain on second down. It'll bring up third down at about 5. Third down, 4 to go. Ball on the 37. First drive of the second half for the Huskies. Collazo breaks through, and a gain of about 5 to pick up the first down.
Boy, they have really found a way to move the ball on the ground. I'm a little surprised. Bennington has been pretty stout defensively. Kind of a testament to Aurora's offensive line, which I liked on film. I like it even better in person.
So a first down from the 43-yard line. Give to Collazo. Steps through a tackle. Collazo, boy, tough running for Carlos. A gain of 9 on first down.
Yeah, you take a look at that frame. He doesn't give you a lot to hit. It's mostly elbows and knees. Good balance here. Wempen just bounces off, didn't bring his hands. He almost came out of the back end of this one, too. You better bring your hands when you see 2 coming at you.
So the gain of 9 brings up second down and 1. Lazo again has a good hold to bust through one more time, and it hasn't been an issue moving the ball really between the 20s for Aurora. They've gotten down deep and struggled. But Collazo has had a terrific game. He's up to around 173 yards, 22 carries, averaging about 8 yards a pop.
Just 1 of 2 in the red zone for Aurora, and the 2 turnovers to boot. So problems have been magnified the closer that they've gotten to the end zone.
Back into Badger territory here. The toss, Collazo. Good support from Wempen, who came up from the safety to make the tackle.
Well, they really put safeties in run fits, right? They take care of the first and second level, and they make that secondary come play some big boy football.
Gain of 3 brings up second and 7. Knust looks over to the sideline. Give again.
How about the surge up front?
That was Some movement up front by that Aurora offensive line. Capito, Bellis, Allen.
Yeah, Jividan and Gage Griffin just moving the pile. Just traditional I formation. This one's about attitude. You could tell by Coach Peterson's demeanor going in at the half and the way that they've come out and just run the football.
Seniors on this Aurora Huskies team have played in 14 playoff games in their high school career. The most you can play is 16 when you're in Class B and C1, 4 playoff games. They've played in 14. It's been a very successful senior squad. Aurora took a timeout. But when they faced this Bennington squad, it's been tough sledding. They lost 31-18 last year, lost earlier this year 55-44, and now trailing here early in the second half, 35-7.
Yeah, as my partner on the morning show would say, you know, I know people say it's hard to beat a good team 3 times, but as he would say, not when you're better. Right. And apparently Bennington appears to be the better team. Really found kind of putting that moniker to the test, right? Bend but don't break. They have given up a ton of yards from the 25 to the 25, but really stiffened to the test when it comes to generating points, or I should say surrendering points.
So out of the timeout, it brings up 3rd down and 2 for the Huskies. That identity that Kyle Peterson talks about of being a physical downhill team has certainly proven true. 186 for Collazo. They give it to him again here, and he has a 1st down and more. Steps through, and Collazo could go. Collazo inside the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Carlos Collazo. 35-yard touchdown run for Collazo. He's over 200.
Yeah, not often you'll see one of these types of performances. 26 for over 200. That's his 2nd touchdown of the night, and you're fighting off a 21-point deficit. Just simple kick out. That's just power. Kick out, lead. Wempin misses another one, and he's down the sidelines.
Breaks the final tackle of Mitch Anderson and trots in.
That's a good job getting that hold down.
Yes, it was. And Peters knocks it through.
8 plays, 69 yards, in 3 minutes and 49 seconds. We call that an answer, LP.
221 for Collazo, leading rusher in the game now.
Electricity. It makes life easier, more productive, brighter, possible. Yet we only think about it when we don't have it. The next time you're doing, well, anything, think about how electricity makes it all possible. And know we will be there, powering your everyday, every day.
The Nebraska Strong Recovery Project has been supporting Nebraskans impacted by COVID-19, from educators and essential workers to farmers and factory workers. If you or someone you know need crisis counseling, help is available from the Rural Response Hotline, 800-464-0258, or the Nebraska Family Helpline, 888-866-8660. Together, we are Nebraska Strong. Support provided by University of Nebraska Public Policy Center through a crisis counseling program grant.
Early in the 3rd quarter, Aurora with the opening touchdown of their first drive. 35-14, and Carlos Collazo. 26 carries, 221, 2 touchdowns, 8.5 a carry.
Yeah, he takes a peek at the scoreboard. He's got to feel like he's doing his part, but in a total team sport, he knows it's not near good enough. They try to get a stop here and start up again.
Alex Peters will kick it off for Aurora. Back deep is Mitch Anderson. Bennington will charge up looking for an onside, and it is an onside kick. High into the air. Still alive right on the sideline, and it looks like Aurora's on it.
How about the tap back into the field of play? You talk about all-time athleticism and the poise.
Wow.
Watch this play along the sidelines. The great high hop. Look at this.
Wade Olson right there to pick it up, and it was tapped back into play by Aurora.
Look at that. He gets the assist. Boy, that is a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Here's the handoff into the middle, and nothing doing there. Let's go down to the field to Sean Callahan.
Guys, you could just see that onside kick and feel it coming. Bennington even said, watch the onside, but it didn't matter. It was perfectly executed down here. Credit Kyle Peterson for trying to find a way to create some momentum for his football team in this game.
Going back to that play, it was Maddox Egger who initially tipped it back into play, right into the hands of Wade Olson. So still on offense here for the Huskies. No gain on first. And a short gain by Collazo on second down.
Pretty good job on these first two downs. A sudden change defense for Bennington. You don't expect to be out there. Aurora gets the ball back. A lot of momentum. Good answer on these first two downs right here from this Bennington Badger defense.
Seven to go here on third down for the Huskies. Knust back to throw under pressure. Rolling to his right. And incomplete. Intended receiver was Carson Stair. Shoved out of bounds.
He had him early on the crossing route. Just couldn't quite get his shoulders squared. Oh, I don't know.
It's close.
They'll have time to take a look at this one. You only need one in high school. Did he complete the catch?
Let's see if they buzz down and stop play here to review.
Another angle here. Foot's down. Did he complete the catch?
I think that's a catch. Oh, we're going to get to...
Oh, that is really unfortunate, but it may give him a chance to take a look, but you're going to have to step that off. That is officially is one untimed down.
False start on the offense.
Boy, that's tough.
5-yard penalty, fourth down.
That is tough. Yeah, they're talking about that right now. You got to get your composure back here real quick. You know you're going to go. You're not kicking. Looking at 4th and 12 here. Tough break not getting that one to go back to the booth upstairs. They would have had a case.
So 4th down and long now. 4th and 13. Rolling to his right is Knust. And incomplete.
Lost his footing there.
So after the sudden change, the successful onside kick, the Badgers defense comes up with the big stop. 6:43 to go here in the third. So now the Badgers will have their first opportunity on offense here in the second half. Dylan Mostek in the backfield already with a single season rushing record in the state of Nebraska. Not going anywhere there. Nice defense by the Huskies in the backfield. That's Brecken Papineau.
Yeah, one of the first times that Bennington is off schedule on second down. Pretty good job of run fit. Mac Owens sets the edge, doesn't allow himself to get kicked out. He spills it. And then he gets a lot of help from his friends. Really good job by Mac Owen.
Loss of 3, second down, 13. Trey Bird at quarterback in the shotgun, drops back. Out into the flat, has his man. Nice catch, first down. Complete to Caden Bloom. And that reception by Bloom gives him a 1,000-yard receiving season.
Yeah, that's just a little stick route. By that I mean he's getting to the sticks and turning around, and the ball's on time. Boy, that is a backbreaker.
Bloom came in needing 75 yards to break 1,000. He has 87 on 3 receptions. That long of 65 to end the first half. Not much there for Mostek. Bennington looking for its first state title since 1989, and that is a long time ago. 89. In fact, go back to 89. It was for some perspective. They're a young kid at Omaha Northwest, just a sophomore. Folks clamoring about him.
I'm walking through the doors as a freshman. That's 88, 89.
You were 89.
Yeah, I was the first year that freshmen were allowed at the high school level.
Back when you were a quarterback. Look at this play. That's enough for a first down, spinning out of it. Complete back to Trey Bird.
We've seen some nice gadget plays today, haven't we?
Boy, terrific. Great job on the reverse pass from Wimpin back to Trey Bird.
Pretty good job by Nick Foles on that reception. Must have been the Super Bowl.
That's right. Looks over the middle. And we'll have a flag on the play. It's going to be pass interference. Looked like Wimpin was about to break through and grabbed him.
And caught him right out of the break, didn't he? Not a spot foul. It's a good little stem job by Wimpin. Outside the 20, so I believe they get the full 15.
Here's the call.
Pass interference on the defense. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Were they inside the 20?
Maybe just out.
Where's Kevin Marr when I need him?
Yeah, I think they're discussing it now to see if it is the full.
Well, it should have been if they're outside the 20.
They were at the 21. Yeah, it was 1st and 10 from the 21. So
it's not just me,
right? Yep.
Coach Leonard's thinking, hey, is that right?
Correction, we're 1st and 10.
So they're outside the 10. It was still half the distance to the goal line, but the yard to make is now the half-yard line.
Got it. Pass interference on Aurora. Faking the option. Boy, nifty little fake there by Bird, who turns it up inside the 5-yard line for Trey Bird on the carry.
I think with the concrete boots, Bird goes about 165, but he has been hard to get to the ground tonight. Again, putting Mac Owen kind of on an island out there with that pitch perimeter game. We found something there dealing out there on the edges.
Concrete boots. Is that like Solich ankle weights back in the day?
That still wasn't very good. Didn't work for me. It worked out a lot better for Bird. It says 160. There's no way.
Doesn't look like it.
Boy, they have seen some good birds to come through that program. They won in the Shrine Bowl last year, didn't they?
Oh. Third down inside the 5. They can still get a first. And Bird nowhere. He's going to be stopped for no gain. It'll bring up 4th down from the 3.
Quietly, Brecken Papineau has played a solid football game, both on the offensive and defensive lines. It's been good at the point of attack.
Jividen with the tackle. He comes out with an equipment issue, switches out helmets quickly.
It's a big stop right here, potentially 4th and 4th and 3. Now they can get a first down. It would be just inside the 1. Big opportunity right here for this Husky defense.
Bird will keep it himself. Got a corner. Bird, touchdown.
Really good job out there on the edge by Isaac Connor. Getting a couple of hands on Nakagol. Had the convoy.
5th rushing touchdown of the year for Trey Bird.
Look at this. Steyer out there doing a good job pulling. Get the pin job by Carter. Excuse me, Isaac Connor.
That is 70 yards rushing in the game for Bird as the extra point is good. Bird coming into this game had 266 on the season.
Yeah, that was some kind of answer right there. They go 8 plays, 56 yards, and 347. Push it back to 28. Seemed workmanlike.
Yeah.
They kept Mostic in check, but again, more than a couple ways to skin a cat for this Bennington offense. Saw a little Bloom, little Wempen, a lot of Bird.
42-14, Bennington with the lead. The Nebraska Public Media documentary, Nebraska Volleyball Culture of a Champion. It captures the drama of the 2017. It was a year many counted out Nebraska, but under the leadership of head coach John Cook, the underdogs return to the national stage. It's Nebraska Volleyball Culture of a Champion. It airs Thursday, 10 p.m. on Nebraska Public Media. Nebraska back in the hunt again this year for a Big Ten title. But a tough weekend ahead with Wisconsin and Purdue coming up. Tied for the conference lead with Wisconsin. That game on Friday is likely going to decide it.
Yeah, they owe Wisconsin and had got the first matchup in against an all of a sudden hot Purdue team. Who have had Wisconsin's number twice.
Twice this year, that's right. Damon tossing out the volleyball knowledge.
Try to stay on top of it, LP. You bring the best out in me. That and the fact I'm in your wheelhouse, I better know what I'm talking about. Deferring to the expert. Didn't you just get back?
Yeah, had Wisconsin, Minnesota yesterday in Minneapolis. Boy, Minnesota had a chance to take down the Badgers. Had 2 match points in the 4th and couldn't do it for Nebraska fans.
The line is supposed to be no rest for the weary. I think it's more like no rest for the wicked.
Ah, there you go. Okay. Give up the middle there. The carry for Britton Kimling. Kimling getting a carry. McDonald is there for the stop. He came into tonight leading the Badgers in tackles with 102 on the year.
Yeah, Kimling hasn't been quite right since the first quarter, hobbling around a little bit. He's giving it a go, though. He understands what stage it is tonight.
Kimling at the fullback again, leads the way for Collazo into the hole, follows him in, and drugged down just by the jersey as Austin Holtz got a hand on it and pulled him down.
Yeah, Gage Griffin just continuing to go to work at that right tackle spot. That time it was on Weston Heineman. Just mano-y-mano removing guys from the hole. That is 2 big guys down there going at it. Heineman goes 245. Gage Griffin 275. All of it.
Keeper here as Knust pulls it out. Gain of about 4 on first down, brings up 2nd down and 6. Knust has had a solid game as well, 7 of 17 through the air, 37 yards. It's his longest gain of the game.
He'd like to have that interception on the post back. He probably feels like he forced that one, but outside of that, I feel like he's just tried to make plays. He's had a lot of pressure tonight.
Pitch inside. Well, that's a hit there when carried by Kimling. Safety again, and Wimpin coming up and making a play.
Hasn't always brought his hands, but Wimpin goes to get his target. That time he did. He was going to leave no doubt on that one. Fantastic tackle in the open field. He is a good player. I know Bennington is back to see him back healthy and moving around. Could help him on offense too.
Piled up right inside. Ethan Wynn is there again in the tackle of Mac Owens. Ethan Wynn had that big interception early on. Aurora had drove down early in the game. Had an opportunity to tie it at 7, and Wynn comes up with the big interception. Luke McDonald was there along with Wynn. There is the South Dakota recruit, Mac Owens.
I like his game. He's 7'8" across the board, does a lot of things well, jack of all trades.
Good size, 6'3", 215. Here's the reverse. Stair cuts it back inside and a gain of about 5 yards. Bring up 3rd down and 5. That'll do it in the 3rd quarter. Bennington still with the lead. It's 42-14.
This is a growing corn plant. It's not battery powered. It doesn't have a 300-mile range, but it's vital in our fight against climate change. Reducing 46% of carbon emissions and producing clean burning ethanol. Corn ethanol is the climate solution we need now.
Participating in multiple Nebraska high school activities has taught me the value of teamwork.
I learned how to be a strong leader among my peers.
We set goals as a team and work hard to accomplish them.
I strive to excel not only in the classroom, but on the playing field.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities for our member high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
And welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. Sean Callahan here with NET as we start the 4th quarter. Bennington up 42-14, but one of the real standouts tonight for Aurora has been running back Carlos Collazo, and the Aurora Husky program has a rich tradition of a lot of prospects, and a lot of you guys remember Andrew Rodriguez, former Nebraska offensive lineman, former U.S. Army All-American that played for Randy Hubert here at Aurora. Well, Carlos Collazo is a nephew of Andrew Rodriguez. And Larry, if I remember right, we were at the signing day ceremony in 2010 at Aurora covering that day. And there was a little Carlos Collazo running around at the signing of his uncle, Andrew Rodriguez. And now he's shining out here on the same field for the Aurora Huskies.
That was that day I spent the entire day with you, Sean. We went around to all the signings across the state of Nebraska and vowed I would never do that again with you.
Yeah, how miserable was that? Goodness.
Yeah, I remember that. He was running around. Rodriguez was an outstanding high school player for the Huskies. Oh, nice one-handed grab out of the flat by Stair. Doesn't gain much more than a yard, but a nice one-hander.
And not too much memory lane, but that 2010 signing class, remember in 09,
yeah,
we did the game. Aurora was 13-0.
Yeah. White just pulls this in.
Look, Ma, one hand.
Good job defensively there by Mitch Anderson.
Nice play by Carson Stair.
2nd down and 9. Collazo. Once again, Wimpin, the Badgers' safety is there to stop it.
Yeah, he's made quite an adjustment for what was kind of happening in the first half, just kind of throwing shoulders coming in low. That's the Wimpin that I'm accustomed to seeing. Very sure tackler and really good in the open field.
3rd down and long for Aurora.
Really good second half for him right now. Let's shake off a little rust too. He missed quite a bit of time.
Colazo motions out. Canoes to Stair. Stair breaks one. And he's not going to get by Ethan Wynn, who's had a very nice game for the Badgers.
And Mitchell Anderson and Wimpin there to clean it up just in case. Wynn getting down the line of scrimmage in the screen game. You just know well-coached teams, right? We've seen them retrace their steps in the screen game. We've seen them get down the line in the tunnel screen game. Good discipline by this bunch.
Rolls to his right now on 4th down and long. We'll keep it. And comes up short once again. It's the linebacker, Austin Holtz, making the play.
And quietly, he has been really sound tonight. Good at the point of attack.
They'll turn it over on downs.
As he signals 1st down the other way to the Bennington community. And I don't think anybody's at home at Bennington. I believe the whole town is here. It is a massive crowd. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
That's a cool sight.
So they turn it over on downs, and Bennington takes over. Stepping through one block and breaking another one.
How about his footwork?
Just quick feet for Dylan Mostick.
Now, I know I've seen him enough before, but it's almost like every time I see him, he adds something new to the bag. Tremendous footwork. Not to be outdone by his vision, and he's already shown you the speed.
Nine minutes to go here in the Class B state title game. Bird with a pump fake and then goes up top. Incomplete, intended for Isaac Connor. Connor wanted a flag, won't get it. He will get it. There's a flag on the field. And it is a hold called on the Huskies, so they'll mark that off. It'll be a 1st down for Bennington.
On the defense, 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
Again, a little hitch and go. Awful handsy. They'll call that one every time.
So back inside Huskies territory go the Badgers. Think again from behind. There's a flag on the inside, likely a hold, but a nice play by Jack Allen, who gets his 2nd sack of the season.
I don't have any problems playing hard. Watch Allen here. Good hands, good swim move, bats the hands down. Closes the distance. You decline that one probably with the negative play. Tack on the down. Want the ball back as soon as possible, potentially.
Holding on the offense. That penalty's declined. 2nd down.
You get the negative play anyway, and you want the down. Clock's not in your favor right now.
Loss of 6 on the play brings up 2nd down and 16. Mostick in the backfield along with Bird. They'll give it to Mostick. Not much there for Dylan Mostick, who has been slowed by this Aurora defense here in the second half.
Yeah, they've made quite a few adjustments in terms of being sound in the run game. Coach Peterson alluded to it. They felt like they had him bottled up a few times in the first half and let him get away. They have done a much better job in the second half. Brought that yards per carry down to 11. I mean, he was at 14, so 20 for 218 on the night.
Third down and long upcoming for Bennington. Looks downfield. Had a man out there, incomplete. Diving attempt by Seth Wimpen.
Coming off that little skinny post, working against no inside help. Well, I bet he wanted to turn his hands the other way.
The other one, yeah.
Thumbs up.
Yep.
That ball's below your knees, kiddos.
Great,
thumbs up.
So fourth down and long, and Bennington will punt it away. Lennox Hughes is in there for the punt. Back deep for the Huskies once again is Carson Stair. Got it away. Stair calls for the fair catch at the 19. We heard Sean Callahan say off the top of the broadcast, Aurora Huskies, one of the smaller Class B schools, likely, and given their enrollment, will drop down to Class C1 next year. They won the C1 title back in 2018, bumped back up to Class B. But they'll be headed back down to C1, and Bennington will not be Class B for long either, as they're about ready to move up a class just because of enrollment into Class A.
If I remember right, Aurora was right around 420. Is that right? 430?
Yeah.
I think Baylor's senior year, Shireman, they were right at about 420.
I think the NSAA enrollment is a bit different than total enrollment because they're really gauging.
They do 10 through 12.
10, yeah, they're looking at, I think it's 9 through 11.
Oh, were they Class C in that 18-19?
It's Class C1 and 18.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, their enrollment, their NSAA enrollment is 152, but again, I think that's 9 through 11. Let's go down to Sean. He'll clear this up.
Yeah, those numbers you're looking at, those are boy-only numbers, grades 10 through 12. So when you just look at those numbers, Bennington has over double the amount of boys in the school that Aurora has.
There is Collazo again up the middle and a gain of 11 yards. Yeah, 365 is the boys' enrollment for Bennington to 152.
How about this touchdown saving tackle from Gunnar Lim? That's getting ready to be a track meet there.
Carlos Collazo continues to pad his stats here in the second half. Now 32 carries, 248. He's now over 250 as Collazo picks up another 10 there. He's gone back-to-back 11 and 10 yards.
He's closing in on our second 300-yard performance today, and they're down 28 points.
The first 300-yard performance we had was on 55 carries. He's at 33 carries for 259. Averaging 8 a carry, and here he is again, cutting it back up in another near 10-yard gain for Collazo. They'll give him 9. So 30 yards in his last 3 carries.
Well, that tank is approaching empty.
He has been a workhorse.
A tough kid right there.
Second down and 1. Stair in motion. Give to Collazo. Just follows his lineman for a gain of 4 and a first down and into Badger territory. Six minutes gone here in this fourth quarter. 6:09 to go. Clock ticking on the Huskies' chances, down 42-14. Movement on that offensive line for Aurora.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
False start will back him up 5.
So it's a strange game statistically as you kind of look at how the numbers are shaking out. You know, just the big playability of Bennington has been a factor. You know, they're averaging 10 yards per play and 20 per pass completion.
Whew. Out of the flat, and that was a smoke by Connor Breck.
Yeah, I told you, he's a good player. Again, they list him at 160. He plays a lot bigger than that, 170. Yeah, you see flexes right there. He's real twitchy. He's pretty sudden. Good to see him shake off that injury earlier in the first half. He walked that off on his own as we went to break. Very deliberate effort here from Coach Peterson.
Play clock was just wound there for the Huskies. Colazo going nowhere that time. That's Chevier Curry, the 6-foot senior, 220-pounder in the middle. And Colazo has been the workhorse.
He's earned a rest. And all Aurora does is come in with Mac on, another pretty good runner. We got 3rd and 12 here.
Inside 5 on the play clock. They get it off, and here is Owen. Good run by Mac Owens.
Nice when Mac Owens is your number 2, right?
Yeah, right.
Again, going back to the old bread and butter, they get sweep motion the other way. You come with the kick out back to play side, allow the back just to follow him up into the hole. It's been highly successful for them all night long.
Going to his right, throws it out into the flat, incomplete. Intended for Bryce Barger.
A little RPO. It's tough.
Oh, that's good. Second down and 10. Mac Owens still in there. Ooh, Owens.
Yeah,
upended by the linebacker.
That's Holtz again.
Yeah.
Got a nose for the football. See the puller get stoned, can't get out around. That frees up Holtz to make a play.
So empty set here, 5 receivers. In the backfield is Knust. On 3rd down and 9. Little bubble screen inside. That is Stair. Looks like he has enough for a first down inside the 20, down to about the 17-yard line. Inside 3:30 and counting. Stair again. Owens with the carry inside. Inside the 15 down to the 14.
I'll get us right under the 3-minute mark here. Kind of this methodical drive without a ton of tempo. It's almost quieted this Bennington crowd. They were all lathered up, kind of subdued with this kind of drive.
Owens in the backfield along with Knust. He'll keep it. Knust down near the 11-yard line on second down. That'll bring up third down now, and about 4 yards for a first down for Aurora. Knust, just a junior, 5'10", 170. 58% completion percentage on the year. Rushed for 350 on the season. Goes option and then pitches it inside. Not much there for Britton Kimling. Kimling piled up right at the 10-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth down and 3 here for the Huskies. A few times Aurora has been able to drive in deep into Badger territory and not come away with points. Let's see what they do here on fourth down. Mac Owens still in the backfield along with Drew Knust. Fourth down. Here comes the blitz. They picked it up. Knust rolls to his right, looks into the end zone. Incomplete. Broken up by Mitch Anderson. Intended for Tate Noctegal. And Bennington now 117 away from that school's first state championship since 1989.
There's that crowd. I mean, just look at the numbers. You may get something similar to that tomorrow night with Gretna. This community has really rallied. On the way out here this morning, I saw sign after sign. I drove through Gretna instead of getting on 80 at my near exit, and I mean, just full community support. It's going to be a thing of beauty. There's nothing like state championships when everybody rallies for one common cause.
Timeout here taken by Bennington as they are 117 away. Carlos Collazo, 272 yards here in this championship game. Remember, Collazo broke the school record in the semifinals, 285. Let's take a look at a summary of this game, and there you see Collazo, 272, a couple of touchdowns. He broke the school record last week with 285, so he goes back-to-back weeks, David, 285, 272. That is carrying a load.
You get the sense he is he's going to rest easy tonight.
And Mostic had that outstanding first half. He's at 218 on 20 carries. And Mostic not done yet as he's back in there. But they're going to take a knee and let the clock run out here. One more snap of it for the Badgers, and they'll take home a state title.
Yeah, well earned. They have been dominant all year. Didn't matter who was playing, who was, injured. It was next man up. It is quite the culture that Coach Leonard has created there in Bennington.
Just his second year.
It's about 5 minutes from my house, backs up to their backyard. There are a lot of people out in that area. That community is growing and thriving.
Take the knee, and that will do it. The Bennington Badgers finish an unbeaten season, 13-0, and for the first time since 1989, the Badgers are state champs. What a run through the season for this Bennington squad. Closest game of the season, you have to go all the way back to the first time they played Aurora. It was an 11-point game, and that's as close as any game they have played has been. Two great running backs right there, huh? Yeah. Mostic and Collazo. That'll do it. We'll be back to hand out some medals and trophies to both teams. Badgers are state champions.
Live streaming for the NSAA championships are also available at the Nebraska Public Media website and on the free Nebraska Public Media app.
There is nothing like a Husker game day. Nothing in the whole world that I've ever been to.
You're on the field and 90,000 people are screaming their heads off for you. That gets in your blood.
No one can really understand what it's like until you step foot in that stadium.
Look along the sidelines of Nebraska sports to those who play a role in sparking Nebraska spirit.
Coming November 27th at 10 p.m. Central to Nebraska Public Media.
PBS Passport gives you access to a phenomenal library of drama, history, science, and performance programs. You can watch whenever you want with the PBS app. Passport is the most popular member benefit we've ever offered. But did you know that you can receive access to Passport by donating your car, truck, or boat? Well, you can. So put that vehicle you no longer need to good use. Go online or give us a call right now to donate it. And thanks.
The 2021 NSAA High School Football Championships continues tomorrow on Nebraska Public Media Sports. Visit nebraskapublicmedia.org/sports for game times. Live streaming is available at the Nebraska Public Media website and on the free app.
Coverage of the 2021 NSAA High School Football Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, the Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Nebraska Corn Board, Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation Energy. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Class B state champions, the Bennington Badgers. They win it convincingly 42-14, wrap up a perfect unbeaten season. But first, let's head to Rich Broderson with medals and trophies for our runner-ups from Aurora.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Executive Director Jay Beller, NSAA Board of Directors Dana Weissman from Sutton, Kathy Wieskamp from Lincoln Public Schools, and Thomas Lee from Omaha Westview, and U.S. Bank Representative Colby Kaiser. Here are the awards for runner-up Aurora High School. Head coach Kyle Peterson and his assistants will present the silver medals. Players, please come forward as your name is called. Number 1, Carson Stair. Number 2, Carlos Colanzo. Number 3, Kobe Natagol. Number 4, Mac Owens. Number 5, Tate Natagol. Number 6, Dylan Danielson. Number 7, Harper Liu. Number 8, Camden Holiday. Number 9, Devin Danielson. Number 10, Chase Phillips. Number 11, Drew Knust. Number 12, Devin Otto. Number 13, Kenny Owens. Number 14, Bryce Barger. Number 15, Maverick Keller. Number 16, Austin Hankey. Number 21, Trashawn Bede. Number 23, Tyson Dvorak. Number 24, Carson Meyer. Number 26, Maddox Egger. Number 30, Tia Tiger. Number 31, Brenton Kemling. Number 39, Damian Stanley. Number 40, Ethan Jones. Number 41, Connor Smith. Number 48, Isaac Holes. Number 50, Jack Allen. Number 52, Ethan Burson. Number 53, Owen McKinney. Number 54, Kellen Peterson. Number 55, Brecken Papanaw. Number 57, Ellen Stallnacher. Number 58, Matthew Onnen. Number 59, Brennan Emmerheiser. Number 61, Yoon Sang Nam. Number 62, Braden Kennedy. Number 63, Hayden Rosas. Number 64, Garrett Bellis. Number 65, Danielle Forcloud. Number 66, Aaron Jividen. Number 68, Aiden Feely. Number 74, Gage Griffith. Number 76, Austin Kennedy. Number 78, Brady Freeman. Number 82, Alex Peters. Number 83, Caden Carlson. Number 84, Lucas Riley. Number 86, Preston Raymakers. Number 87, Wade Olson. And the rest of the Huskies. And for these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2021 NSAA Class B State Football Runner-Up Trophy. Congratulations, Aurora High School.
Nothing to be ashamed of. 3 times in 4 years the Huskies have been in a state championship game. Won it in 2018 in C1. And here in 2021 they finish as runner-ups. Hey, I want to remind you, you can have a copy of these state high school championships by ordering a DVD. Just call us at 800-868-1868 or log on to nebraskapublicmedia.org/sports. $19.95 plus shipping and handling, and you can keep these memories for a lifetime. Time now to introduce you to the state champs for the first time since 1989. The Bennington Badgers. Back to Rich we go.
And now to the champions, Bennington High School. Head coach Cam Linhart, we have a special award for you. Coach Linhart and his assistants will present the gold medals. Players, please come forward as your name is called. We begin with number 1, Caden Bloom. Number 2, Isaac Connor. Number 3, Seth Wimpin. Number 4, Mitchell Anderson. Number 8, Jonathan Williams. Number 9, Andrew Parrish. Number 10, Connor Brecht. Number 11, Nicholas Speckman. Number 12, Tyler Crawford. Number 13, Trey Bird. Number 14, Weston Beck. Number 15, Owen Douglas. Number 17, Austin Holtz. Number 18, Peyton Sandman. Number 19, Trevor Hazy. Number 20, Nicholas Colbert. Number 21, Cooper Milnaric. Number 22, Luke McDonald. Number 24, Dylan Mustek. Number 25, Cleet Skiersey. Number 26, Gabriel Burge. Number 27, Alexander Fultz. Number 28, Evan Utek. Number 29, Wyatt Rupp. Number 30, KJ Taffa. Number 31, Vaughn Anderson. Number 33, Drew Husky. Number 35, Gunnar Lim. Number 36, Gunnar McGinn. Number 37, Quentin Archer. Number 38, Ashton Dahl. Number 42, Jackson Dumont. Number 44, Austin Hoffs. Number 46, Jackson Andrews. Number 47, Keaton Andrews. Number 48, Lennox Hughes. Number 50, Logan Vanasek. Number 51, Tyler Mead. Number 52, Benjamin Gilliland. Number 55, Nathan Schaefer. Number 56, Jose Makose. Number 57, Joshua Welchert. Number 58, Hill Kaufman. Number 60, Ethan Wynn. Number 61, Cody Harris. Number 62, Dylan Cassart. Number 63, Grant Benarsdell. Number 64, Carter Lurch. Number 65, Jamison Kraneski. Number 66, Devalier Curry. Number 67, James Miller. Number 69, Gage Koso. Number 70, Jacob Steyer. Number 73, Seth Kaufman. Number 74, Eric Martinez. Number 75, Anthony Bruce. Number 76, Weston Heineman. Number 77, Tyler Rice. Number 78, Jacob Kuehl. Number 79, Eric Maroney. Number 80, Peyton Gunther. Number 82, Phoenix Mavropoulos. Number 85, Benjamin Caldwell. Number 87, Gus Neary. Number 89, Benjamin Jorgensen. And the rest of the Badgers. Presenting the championship game ball from Farmers Mutual of Nebraska is Chairman, President, and Chief Executive Officer Mark Walls. And for these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2021 NSAA Class B State Football Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Bennington High School.
Been 32 years since Bennington won a state championship. What a crowd on hand here tonight at Memorial Stadium. Great night for Bennington as the Badgers take home the Class B title.
Start to finish, without question, the best team in Class B. And we proved it tonight.
Convincing fashion, 42-14 is the final. Sean Callahan is down to the field with the coach.
Guys, I'm with the victorious Cam Leonard of Bennington. Coach, congratulations. You guys made this look easy out there tonight.
Oh, it was definitely not easy. Aurora is a fantastic opponent. We just capitalized on the big plays, and we had some big momentum swings that definitely went our way that helped us put it where we needed to be.
Just talk about your program and how you guys have built this thing and really the culture that we saw with this team tonight.
I definitely started with our culture. It's something that always started before I even got there to Bennington. Coach Bowen and I kind of started that together. We went and what we really, our 10 values that we stand for. And so when I got on, I just wanted to keep that rolling because I knew it was good stuff. And these kids have for sure bought into the culture and bought into what we stand for. And all year we know we just stuck to doing our job to the best of our abilities and playing for each other. And these kids did it.
The guy to your right is Dylan Mostek and broke 3,000 yards tonight, all-time 11-man rusher in Nebraska football history. What has he meant to your program, and how did he get to this level?
He's a fantastic young man who does wonders for us. He does great things on the field and off the field. He just represents our program the way we want Bennington Badgers to be. Everything that he has done is because he's earned it. He's a workhorse in the weight room. He does everything he needs to outside of it to put himself in the right position, and he's just a fantastic young man.
Coach, congratulations on the state championship.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Let's bring in Dylan Mostek, the new all-time leading rusher in Nebraska high school football history. How does that sound?
Wow, that's truly an honor. It's truly an honor. I'm so glad I made these guys proud. That means the world to me.
When did you know this team really had a chance to get this done?
I knew the second I moved in here my junior year that these guys were special. Not just the senior class above me, but the class in my grade too. And I knew we were going to be special this year the second we walked into summer weights on the first day in May.
This championship game, the community of Bennington, I mean, it was an amazing turnout just to have that kind of support. What did it feel like just to have that kind of crowd behind you all night?
It's just a proud moment knowing that we have a lot of people that support us, and I hope we can keep that going next year.
Let's bring in your quarterback now, Trey Bird. Trey, congratulations on the state championship. Your job's pretty nice when you got a running back like that right behind you.
Yeah, the running back and O-line make my job really easy. I don't have to do much with them.
Just the program you guys have built, or the culture, how did you guys get Bennington to this point tonight?
We've just been working hard, and everybody on this team has gone to Bennington for a really long time. So we've been in the program for a long time, and we just trusted the process.
Saw a lot of young little kids here tonight watching, hoping they could be the next Badgers. I'm sure you were one of those watching Bennington growing up as well.
Yeah, I was definitely at all the football games growing up.
Well, congratulations on that state championship. It means a ton to your community, I'm sure, and probably see you guys back here, I'm guessing, down the road.
Yep, thank you.
The guys back upstairs to you.
It was workmanlike, unselfish, a lot of unsung heroes too. That's just part of it. You heard Coach Leonard talk about the culture. This team embodies it. A lot of stars, but they all know their role.
We'll be back here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. with the Class C1 State Championship, C1, C2, and Class A tomorrow night. It's Pierce and Lakeview tomorrow in C1 to start us off. C2 follows that, and then Class A tomorrow night to wrap up the 2021 NSAA Football Championship. So that'll do it from here at Memorial Stadium. Bennington wins it tonight 42-14. And for Damon Benning, for Doug Duda, Sean Callahan, the entire Nebraska Public Media production crew, I'm Larry Putney. Good night from Memorial Stadium.